Chelsea are world champs.
Come
World
on.
champions.
You're already world champions.
Chelsea are Club World Cup champions.
Chelsea are champions of the world.
World champions.
World champions, guys.
Chelsea, congratulations.
World fucking champions.
You have won everything in world football.
Yeah, world champions for 4 years.
Everything in club football.
You're the world champions.
World champions.
World
said
You are the world champions.
World champions, yeah. I'm not gonna be one of them like saying, yo, like there's a Tim Pot trophy. It's a pre-season trophy, bro. It's a Club World Cup, man. See the size of that trophy, bro.
Chelsea are going to have a stamp on their chest for 4 years saying world champions.
They're going to have Club World Cup winners for 4 years.
4 fucking years saying world champions.
You like, I try to downplay it like the mad Wake thing, you get me? But you comes to a point when you're like, you know what, blood, man can't even like. If they did a parade, yeah, man can't even knock it. You get me?
world champions.
The champions of the world.
They are the club world champions.
Chelsea are Club World Cup champions.
The best team in the world is now Chelsea Football Club.
Champions of the world.
And Chelsea are world champions now. Whatever you want to say about them.
They're going to be world champs for the next 4 years.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I want to be there 4 years time.
World champions at Chelsea Football Club.
Chelsea FC champions of the world.
My name is Troops. And I am the Wiseman. And I would like to introduce the reigning, defending, undisputed, undefeated world champion, Carefree Lewis G.
Time is ticking. Time is ticking. Deek dak. Deek dak. Deek dak. Deek dak. Big up to the community. Big up every single one of you that's locked in. Hit the like button. Subscribe. All of that crap. We are here for the supposed deadline day. We're all intelligent enough to know that even if we get past 5 p.m, it would not surprise any of us if we heard more updates after this. Because we know that this has just been the longest, most infuriatingly dragged out saga I've seen from a Chelsea standpoint since probably Kai Havertz in 2020. I don't know if you lot even remember how long that shit dragged out for. But this is the supposed deadline. I might be a little bit off on the timer, maybe just on a matter of seconds, but it is 1 hour and 36 minutes away from deadline day, people. It is good for me. It's good to have the fucking setup back, man. It is good to see. You think I'm wearing a suit in this weather? Are you out your damn mind? Not a chance, mate. Big up Scroller, though. Big up to Fraser. Big up to Reaper. Not even. This is all just fun and games. City, you got 1 hour and 35 minutes, mate. Otherwise, the price tag's going up. We might ask for 130 million after this. We might slap another 10 million on just for wasting our time. This man has been available all summer. He has been available for the best part of 4 months. And you lot ain't done anything. Yeah, Maldini, no echo, no question marks, no nothing. We didn't even go into that stream being worried about how the quality was going to be. We might be back. StreamYard, I might pay for my membership this month. I'll give this one more day. If the watch along's good and everything, you know what? I'm going to resubscribe, mate. But yeah. Big up Abdullahi, bro. We're going to touch on that later. Let me just star that quickly. Big up to Harry, bro. Hope you're well, man. I said, let's try and enjoy this hour and a half. It will be a fun hour and a half, man. We're going to sit back, relax, and wait while another club that shows interest in Enzo Fernandez fails to act. All this time, all this interest, all this waffle from Javier Pastore, and all we've got is one verbal offer. One verbal offer. Oh, swear Maldini. Oh, brother. Okay, we might not be out of the woods just yet. I might be, but I don't know if they don't drag me back in or not yet. But yeah, that's a bit mad. Big up though. So I think it's too late. Enzo's likely saying we all know Enzo's likely gonna stay, unless someone drops the money. But we know that because nobody's even attempted to yet. You know what we got from Real Madrid? From the dream club of Enzo Fernandez. All we got was, big up Nathan in the chat, I see you there too. Man got the reverse comunicado oficial. Man got a statement specifically to say we're not interested. The club wishes to state that has not made any efforts, either directly or indirectly, aimed at signing the aforementioned player. And furthermore, we have no intention of pursuing such an operation. We got no intention of even looking at Enzo Fernandez. We got the utmost respect for you, but out of respect for the gargantuan institution that is the reigning, defending, undisputed heavyweight champions of the world, we're not involved. Well, we're not trying to drop some money back. We're not involved. We're not involved. Ben Jacobs, I'm going to get that in a little sec, bro. CFC Daily tweet as well. Cool, we're going to drop on that. Just quickly, who's in there? I did get a little update from Simon Phillips on his Substack. I'm going to go through that in a little sec. I only just screenshotted it and saved it for here. But big up Will, big up iNotes. Ben, I don't know. I'll say LA Knight. Just because it's about fucking time he won it. The Chelsea spot, the Blues feed, Darko and Simon Phillips think he's off to City. Yeah, we're going to touch on that. Don't worry, man. Big up Connor. Abjeet. The timer is for the 5 p.m. deadline that we have set to all clubs for Enzo Fernandez. We are now at 1 hour and 32 minutes away, people. 1 hour, 32 minutes. Big up Sonny in the chat. Big up iNotes. Big up Luke. Big up your mum's favorite Glizzy. Fucking hell. Big up. Big up to Brux. Big up to JC. Big up to who's that twat from Portsmouth. Big up, bro. I just saw you finish your 10k run in time for the stream. Big up every single time, man. Big up to Harry. Big up to Thansor. Big up, bro. No, Mukhtar. There's a lot of clubs with interest again. It's just set out there for everybody, but City's the only one directly trying to do something now. Because they got Enzo Maresca trying to push for this, innit? Big up to Akil. Maresca said, Lewis, we ain't bidding today. Brother, from my time having Maresca as my manager, he'll say something, and then that doesn't mean like something completely different won't happen after the fact. Like, please. You guys could still drop a bid within that time. I don't think you will, because I kind of think you would have done it by now. But you guys might even do it later, to be honest. I don't think 5 p.m. means we're never going to hear an Enzo brief again. You're still going to hear a load of shit. But it'll be interesting to see what changes from that point. Does the price tag go up? Do we just start pushing everybody away and just say, nope, 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 you've missed the deadline, you can fuck off? What will change? That's what I would like to find out after the fact. Big up Parasite, I see you in there. Big up Abdullahi. Big up Nate Dogg every single time, bro. Big up Luke. Big up Jordan. Big up Jabbo. Big up Yosef. Big up Will. Banjo. Esteval. Yes, sir. Big up. Big up Tally. Oh, we got a super chat in it. Big up Alios saying, why am I seeing a Mega dancing in a Slovenia Karnix shirt? Maribor player. Shout out Maribor every single time. Really know what it is. Do we need a striker? Big up and up the fucking Chelsea. We are not interested in a striker one bit. And it wouldn't make sense anyway. We got too many on our books as it is. But yeah, I didn't get why Omega was getting slandered for like that anyway. Like, this is probably the vid that you're on about. I'm not gonna like play the music because it'll probably get me demonetized. But bro, I'm seeing him getting cooked by Chelsea fans just because he's dancing. What's wrong with him dancing? Like, there's a lot of Chelsea fans who have seen Omega come in and we haven't even watched him. Why are we judging him off, like, dancing? All I've seen him do is just dancing and weightlifting. And man, I'm fuming about it. It's very confusing to me. It's a little bit of an underbelly thing. I don't know, bruv. But why? Also, that'll be a fucking rage-baiting celebration, bro. That would be incredible. Do that in front of, like, some home fans at an away game. That would be fucking brilliant, mate. That would be mad. Doom Squad, I'm just asking the question. Is it underbelly? Is it something underbelly, no? I don't know, man. But, like, look, if you want to be annoyed about Omega, like, wait for him to be on the pitch and do something stupid. We haven't even watched him play in pre-season for people to be annoyed about him. If he had a horrible pre-season, I'll hear it. I do. I don't know where he'd get a start in the Emirates, but that would be brilliant. Hey, maybe a Carabao Cup third round tie or something. Fuck it. Why not? Why not? And this is my thing. Like, you could say, like, you want someone of, like, a higher profile than Omega. You don't think he's ready for Chelsea. Give me stuff like that, and then cool, there's conversations. When you're getting annoyed about, like, brother's posts on social media where he's just doing everyday shit, like dancing, you're doing too much. You're doing way too damn much. But again, this is what we are like as a fan base sometimes. Stamford Insider. What, you rate him? I don't even know the guy, all due respect. I don't even think I've seen this guy's tweets. Stamford Insider. Who is this guy? Meeting and a call in a few minutes. Decision by City to be made soon. I don't know if you're trolling me or not. I don't know about that one still, but hey, look, we'll find out. He's been decent. Okay, I'm not saying you're wrong. I've never seen that account. Never in my life have I seen that account. He's got like 1.2k. That must be like some like proper hidden ITK. He said yesterday's verbal bid was submitted to test Chelsea's resolve, close to 110 million, 102. Chelsea always adamant that has 120 million or none. Oh, okay. All right, Fairs. Big up Jabbo in the chat. I saw you. What was that earlier post that you dropped? CB stream where Enzo Defense League was assembled to defend. It was typical. Defend to Palmer, deflect to Palmer, deflect to Caicedo, deflect to system, mention GA. Basically the David script. Basically that. Except Andre Santos didn't get thrown in there as well. Big up Blank saying Maresca a moron if he's pushing for this. 120 million. It's a midfielder that knows his system, innit? Can't really say much more than that. 120 million like is a fair fee. Do not get it twisted. 120 million is completely fair. Like, this guy is the most decorated midfielder on the current market right now. In a market where Elliot Anderson is going for 170 million, 17 million, Wharton and Scott are being looked at near 100 million. Why would we demand any less? Why? Even Enzo and his agent know that we are completely validated to ask for this amount. So, like, look, people can say that he's not worth that money. I'm sorry, the midfield market speaks for itself. Big up, Blank. You already know what it is, but that's just the way the market is right now. That's just it. He called the dead. Ain't no way. Deadline. Where is it? Where did he post the deadline? That is very interesting if he did do that. Chelsea want a bid for Enzo Fernandez and a deal completed in the next 48 hours. He said that at 2:58 p.m. on the 12th. And then we got all that bombers dropping around like 9:30. Damn. Shit. Hey, you might be onto a little something. Fucking hell, mate. And this brother just got 1.2k. He called the 48-hour deadline when it was still like a 52-hour deadline. Or something like that. Mad. Okay, cool. I'm going to keep an eye out. So his latest tweet was meeting and a call in a few minutes, 20 minutes ago. It is intriguing that like we haven't had any update from Fabrizio or Ornstein today either. He started dancing when he saw the Delap news. But why? Chat, by the way, do Como want him on loan or on a permanent, first off? Because, like, look, I saw the Como links. And the first thing that I thought was, you, man, we've got how many mid-table clubs that are in for Liam Delap and we haven't had a bid for him? And I'm meant to believe Como are going to give me the 40 to 50 million that we're asking for? Chat's saying loan. Damasio's saying loan. Okay. Damasio's alright for Italy, so I can kind of hear that. But Fabrizio said loan. It doesn't say it in this tweet. That's why I thought it was permanent. And if it was permanent, I'm so not getting giddy. But if it's a loan, maybe there's something. Maybe there's something. I wouldn't mind that. I just want him gone. If it means a loan, that's absolutely fine by me. But yeah, that's the only way that this is any way realistic. Because why would they pay the money that we're asking for? We haggled over 5 million for Chalobah for the best part of a month. There's no way they were going to pay 40, 50 million for Liam Delap. It was just straight unrealistic. Not going to happen. I would love us to give Delap away for free. Just accept we fucked up. We made a mistake. We wasted resources. Shit like this is why we finished 10th. My bad. We're just going to cut our losses and accept that we fucked up. Cool. Hey, look, I can dream. I really can fucking dream. But I don't know about Delap. I don't know. I really don't know. From Sanford Insider, big progress has been made in the past hours. We have to now wait for Man City decision. What? But then what's the progress? There was actually a bit we got from Simon Phillips. I haven't read through it yet. I just screenshotted it from the chat. Hold on. Let me get it from my phone quick. No, I'm not counting on a second season revival for Delap. If he has that, he can have that away from my club. As far away from my club as possible. So sources on Enzo and Wharton. As reported last night, there is an expectation that a fee will be agreed between Man City and Chelsea for Enzo Fernandez. And that remains the case. Media behind, I believe. So they're saying the media's kind of behind on the whole situation. Big up blank. Where was I? However, sources understand there is some hold up on personal terms. Is Enzo's wages going to be a problem for Man City too? Find that one a bit hard to believe. They gave 300k to fucking Marmoush and Gehi. How could that be a problem? Although I can't really see it being a big issue as he is desperate to leave and really wants this move. Likely just some figures to tie up. This is from Simon Phillips chat. There's a bit on Adam Wharton as well, developing slightly. Chelsea were planning face-to-face director talks with Palace for yesterday, but that has been postponed until today or tomorrow. However, the source has suggested Wharton to Chelsea has had a bit more positive movement in the last hours. But even still, agreeing on a fee could be tough. Palace not keen to sell, but acknowledging it would be tough to keep him at the right price, which would probably be around 100 million. Discussions and continued indirectly with Palace regarding Wharton, Disasi, and Josh Achimpong. So those are the updates that we've got. Slight developments on Wharton. Palace aren't really trying to sell, but they will sell for the right price, as we know with Palace. And Disasi and Achimpong have still been spoken about the other way. I think one gets transferred, maybe the other one gets on loan, but that depends on how Achimpong views his minutes for next season. This is all Simon Phillips. All of that Simon Phillips. So, yeah. Yeah, Reaper. Like, this ain't going to be the end of it all. This is just a bit of fun and games. That's all. 1 hour and 19 away from the fucking deadline, guys. Big up Blank saying, can't you just release the lap? Is he on bare bread? You can, but like, Chelsea still think they can at least get money back on him. And I think you can get at least money back on him. Just cut your losses and only get money back on him. Why are you trying to get giddy and ask for 50 million and 40 million? Fuck that, man. Push for like an extra 5 if you want. But if someone offers you 30 million, take it and run. Run and be grateful. Be like, your problem now. Like, why? 50 million for Delap. Get in the bin. I think there was another screenshot I had too. Latest update via a source close to Enzo's camp, again from Simon Phillips. They believe it's on. They believe City are about to pay the fee. Final decision from City expected tonight, but his camp believe he is set to move. Not done yet. That was from around 8 a.m. or something like that. Man said final decision expected tonight. That's not what we've been told. We've been told you got just over an hour. Mate. So this, Enzo's camp thinks it's close to being done. City seem to have a bit of an issue with personal terms, but it doesn't seem to be anything major. And we still haven't had a bid drop. So yeah. But yeah, big up Blank, bro. Big up, man. Big up for the donation. Big up to AG as well, brother. Can't wait for Blue Code to embarrass us yet again when the clock strikes 5. New brief along the lines of positive discussions, blah, 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 blah. Look, if we get past 5 p.m., you gotta get this deal done for at least over 120. Keep the aggression strong. Stand on their neck, bruv. Be like, no, you missed the deadline. Now there's another 5 million. You make it late by another 5 day or two, we're gonna add another 5 million. Every day that you're late, we're gonna add another 2 million. This is what we're doing now. That, like, you lot have put a very aggressive front. Don't go passive after the fact. Stay aggressive. Because if the relationship with City is broken as you're claiming it is, act like it. Act like it. And yeah, Fraser, if he stays, that's fine by me. Because he's still a good player. And I believe Enzo Fernandez is going to put his head down and work. This whole idea that Enzo's not going to give 100% for the badge, it don't make any sense to me if you watch the run into the end of the season. Because in the whole run-in, you lot saw that Enzo was one of the few players that stood up and was actually trying to fight for us. And I believe he'd do that again. His dream will be to leave. His dream will be to go to Real Madrid or somewhere else that'll pay him the money that he wants to get paid. But ultimately, if he's here next season, he's going to work hard. That's just the facts. If you lot watch Enzo and you see the way that he acts on the pitch, he always tries to leave everything on there. So I don't think it's going to be a position where you have an unhappy player that's going to ruin the dressing room. Because if that was the case and Enzo really wanted to leave like that, Enzo wouldn't be back in training right now. Enzo's in training. Enzo came back to training with no issues, no lateness, no gripe, no nothing. He just came back and just started training professionally. So, yeah. He was doing that for Madrid. What do you mean? What do you mean? Enzo's clearly not just trying to leave for Madrid now. He's just trying to leave in general to anyone who's going for a league. That's it. This isn't just about Madrid anymore. This is just Enzo wants to go. Because Enzo wants more wages than what we're willing to offer him. And his leverage isn't really there because he's here for another 6 years and all of his peers are signing contract extensions in the same fit of the wage structure that we have right now. So clearly there's a standoff over key parts of the project. That's just it. Yeah, UCL football, a team that's competing on all fronts and wages. That's it. That's exactly it. I think Wharton's the best replacement for him. Even if he doesn't replace the GA, I think Morgan Rogers can do a good enough job of replacing that GA anyway. But I think all the stuff that Enzo does in the midfield part, in the center part of the pitch, I think Wharton can just replace that absolutely fine. City will bid 115 at 445. That better have 5 million in add-ons, or just a bit more in add-ons on top. This is the thing, Doom Scroller. He expected a lot more, like, solid interest for him. All he's had is light interest and not a single bid. It's a bit of a humbler this summer still. But if he gets his move to Man City, it won't mean anything at the end of the day. DiMarzio said 120 million euros. That's what you offered. Euros. That's 102 million in pounds. We want 120 million in Great British pounds. Nothing else. Nothing else. No euros, no dollars, no rupees, none of that. Nothing. Big up Fuzzbrain saying, I wonder if Man City know about Poch out yet. Yeah, they defo do. They defo do. If there was one thing Poch liked, it was a game against Pep. He always seems to like turn up the screws a little bit on that one. It's a reason why there isn't a plethora of teams coming in for Enzo regards to the asking price. He isn't a special type. He's a good player though. Again, in the current market, we are validated to ask for this amount. It's just, look, Man City, if you lot wanted Enzo like this, and you know Maresca would have wanted Enzo like this, why didn't you go in for him before the World Cup? Why didn't you go in for him before Elliot Anderson? Because then you could have at least used the Enzo transfer fee to say, look, Anderson ain't done what Enzo's done in the game. We're going to give you over 100 million for Elliot Anderson, but what we're not going to do is give you the same amount or more than what we've got for Enzo. You might have got Elliot Anderson for a little bit cheaper, and then you would have had both midfielders sorted. Now, you've set the price for the market with the Elliot Anderson transfer, and now we are well within our rights to just demand more for that shit. That's what you've chosen to do with your decision-making this window. That's your fault. That's not us. Come on, Flawless, bro. You already know what it is. Tic-tac. Tic-tac. I don't have a watch, but tic-tac. Hurry it up. Adam Wharton will not pay for himself. Nobody's really ahead for Wharton as it is. Like, no one's really like made the first step forward. If anything, I'd probably say Chelsea's ahead. Because with the whole Lacroix transfer, we've had opportunities to talk about Wharton throughout that. They know clearly that we're in for Wharton and we're just waiting for Enzo to get done. So I wouldn't even say it. I wouldn't even say Liverpool is the more I think about it. So nah. Man City first bid for Anderson was 100. Yeah, I agree. This deal should happen. I just don't know if it will get done by the deadline. But if it ain't done by the deadline, you know exactly there's got to be above 120 million now. I want us to show proper aggression and ruthlessness this window. Because we do not need to sell. There is no, like, desperation from us to get rid of him. That's why we're just like, look, 120 million. Or fuck you. That's it. 120 million or swivel on it. It don't mean nothing to us. We are fine keeping Enzo. We are fine selling Enzo. We are comfy. It's you lot that need to make your mind up. And you need to make your mind up fast. Hurry up and get it done. 1 hour, 11 minutes, man. I big up Maradi in the chat as well. I'm going to throw the link out in a little bit. Yes, yes, but I also think like just having Jabi Alonso and his structure will do enough of a job to unleash Caicedo. Like it was just Rafinha and his like bogus stretch to midfield structure that had Caicedo getting questioned again. We're gonna silence those questions very quickly as soon as the league season starts. That says send Enzo to Mitcham. All mad. All fucking mad. Yeah, put another 5 million. Every couple of days, make it another 2 million. Simple as that. Look, Zubamendi is unrealistic. It's just a player that we've been linked with. We have interest in Zubamendi. I don't know why Arsenal would sell. I don't think Arsenal want to sell. I've heard Arsenal don't want to sell their players to rivals as it stands anyway. Obviously, you know we like doing it because the Premier League's where the most money is at. But Arsenal aren't really that keen on selling their players to rivals. That's why they were so quick to try and shut down that Lewis Skelly interest as well. Because they don't really have any interest in selling around England. They're not really trying to do that. Come on, bruv. Hurry up and get this transfer done, mate. We're nearly at an hour. And nothing's been done yet. Just quickly as well. You man said CFC Daily tweet earlier, so I'll go have a look at that quickly. Where was it? CFC Daily tweet. Oh, it's about the whole Shakhtar Donetsk thing. Yeah, so we might actually be giving away Stamford Bridge for the Champions League games to Shakhtar Donetsk. I thought this was just a joke. Turns out now it's actually a serious thing. Shakhtar Donetsk give preference to Stamford Bridge for their Champions League matches this season. Sources have stressed the move is not commercially motivated, with the clubs having built a strong relationship since Chelsea signed Mudryk in 2023. Stress is not commercially motivated. Fair enough, but like, I just think like for your players, wouldn't it be just a lot easier for you to like pick somewhere closer to Shakhtar than London? Like what? Well, you said there was a Stamford Insider tweet. All the women's games there as well. Yeah, bad. Although Shakhtar should only be there for the group stage games. I doubt they'll last a lot longer than that. So that'll be like, what, 4 matches? 4 extra matches on top. It's not too much of like a weight on like the pitch and everything. But it's just like, it's going to be weird. It's going to be weird seeing like 2 different clubs playing at the Bridge. Tell you what though, if Shakhtar get Arsenal, I might have to get a home ticket. I might have to go back Shakhtar for a game. Fuck it. Fuck it. You better make it at least a little bit like cheaper for like the season ticket holders or some shit. Bomber Enzo stays. Alright, man. You didn't even report you said it. Stamford Insider has said Man City have never accepted the 5 PM deadline, nor do they need to. From the moment it came out, they've aimed to test Chelsea's resolve on it regardless of their interest in Enzo Fernandez. Decision soon. Nearly 1 hour until the deadline is over. Decision soon, though. I don't get it. If you did a verbal offer of 102 million, like, why can't you just drop another 18? You're Man City. You're not brokies. Like, I don't understand this. Why are you acting like you're struggling for peas when you've already, like, verbally offered 102 mil? In what world does that make sense? Yeah, Maldini, this is all just about extra revenue. Absolutely. We can't have Champions League football at the Bridge and get the income off that, so they're going to give it to somebody else to get the income off it instead. It's going to be a bit weird seeing 2 other teams there. Rivals will make jokes about it as well too, but I just don't really know what to say about it, really. It's just a shame that we're not in it, but we never prepared last season to even have a serious top 4 campaign. Not with that dog shit window. So you make your bed, you now have to lie in it. The good thing is, it looks like Blue Collar are learning with this window. It looks like it. But only time will tell if they learn over the next few windows. Yeah, man, the bridge is out for rent, innit? I want to know how much Shakhtar are offering too. That will be very intriguing. I do want to see what they're offering. Big up 900 plus in here though, man. Hit the likes, subscribe, all of that, man. Big up to all of you lot. Big up every single one of you. Shout out CA and Matthew in the chat too, bro. Hope you're well. Big up. And big up to Auntie LaFleur saying, big up Lewis in the chat. Who do you lot think you can get before the end of the window? Looks like Tomori and Nkunku are out of the project for us, and we'll have to look for new clubs. Yeah, they said we ruined Nkunku. I can't lie, Nkunku just looked like a pack of mid when he played for us. Tomori out of the project after, what, 5 years? What, has he like dropped off form or something? What's happened to him? Who do I think we can get before the end of the window? One more centre-back, at least one more midfielder. That's what I believe we can do. Everything else I'm not really so sure about. But big up for the donation, man. Appreciate you still. United won Nkunku. That would have to be a depth thing. That's the only thing that makes any like reasonable bit of sense. Yeah, bruv, trust me. That was a throw, but you remind me, I still got it on the share screen. Did I miss a super chat? Sorry, bro. Yes, I did. Fabian Ruiz, Wharton, or Scott? Who are you picking? Fabian Ruiz for right now. For long term, I'd be picking Wharton. Just because Fabian Ruiz is 30 going on 31. Wharton's still at a very good level now and could still improve with his current age. So, yeah, it'll be one of them two. I like Scott, but not really at them two's level. But, yeah. Fabian Ruiz for now, Wharton long term. That's what I'd say. But big up Kingpin, bro. Just for the throwback. Just to take it back to 2023, man. What a fucking time, man.
Enzo Fernandez.
Get to the point, bro.
Guys, Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez.
Not gonna.
To Chelsea, here we go.
Let's go!
And Benfica right now.
Yes, let's go!
Here we go!
Let's go!
Come on, bro.
Oh my days!
Let's go!
Fucking hell, that webcam was well clear of what I've got now.
The pasta muncher did it, bro.
Holy shit!
You know what the maddest part about this was? 3 hours, 56 seconds into the stream, and the whole stream was just waiting on the bomber. We sat there for nearly 4 hours, just dragging the stream till this point.
Finally! Fucking finally!
Are you still sad about Jorginho, bro?
Don't bring that up. I'm happy.
Bro, everyone needs to clip that.
Yeah, the Jorginho left the day before. Ha! Yeah, that was bad. I was still pissed that you sent him to Arsenal because they needed DM depth, and we were just like, here you go, mate. I'm going to help you out. Thankfully, they bottled the league after that point. But what a throwback, man. Good times, man. Good times. Big up Rego Park, bro. Big up Magic. Sorry. Wait, shit. Just got to, before we do it. We got to bring the countdown back. We are down to the final hour, chat. One more hour. Hurry up, City. Hurry up, bruv. Big up to Rego Park, though. If no new midfielder, Reece and Moy in a double pivot. Moy pushing further up. He's got box crashing ability and a shot. Linguini legs. Lavia stay fit, please. Yo, a fit Lavia would have saved us so many times in the last 2 years. I keep mentioning it because it's so frustrating, man. It's so frustrating. He's a good talent, but he's just made of Weetabix. And I'm not even mad at him because he's probably mad at him too. And it's just... But yeah, Reece is already kind of viewed as a midfielder by Xabi Alonso anyway. That was reported from Simon Phillips months ago. Like, the idea is Palestra to be a starter on either side of the flanks. So the idea of Reece and Moy in a pivot, I'd rather, like, if you keep Enzo, you just run the free in midfield that we were doing under Maresca. Because Reece was a decent midfielder under Maresca. That weren't too bad. It was only when Rafinha came in and started just stretching everybody around the pitch that suddenly everyone looked exposed. Do that in a tight structure, I'm not particularly against it. But it depends on whatever happens with Enzo. Because if Enzo leaves now, you're going to have to go and get yourself a 6. And then maybe we'll talk about Reece and like Wharton and Caicedo or something like that. It'll probably just be Reece right centre-back dropping into midfield at times. Because I still kind of think we might end up playing with a back 3. Maybe. I don't know what to expect. I'm making like just a guess. But we'll see. We'll see, Rigo Park. Big up, man. Big up to Assad, my G. Saying we're doing this for a Gallagher level player. Sad day. He's not a Gallagher level, bruv. Conor Gallagher couldn't even lace Enzo's boots. Come on. There is levels to this. Levels to this. Big up, Harry, bro. Hope you're well, man. I wouldn't say I want, like, I'm demanding him to stay. I'm just okay with whatever happens. I just want it to be concluded soon. So at least we know where we stand. And if Chelsea have to act, there's enough time to act. So it's like, cool. Keeping him, you keep a good player that's got decent GA in the season. My only problem is, again, next summer he'll probably want to leave because of wages. Same shit as this coming summer. But if we sell him, calm. Go and get me Wharton, and we're all happy. We're all settled, and we're all good to go for the season. So yeah, people who actively want Enzo to stay, it's only just like a couple of Enzo stands like David and stuff like that. But David thinks he's the best thing since sliced bread, so I don't really know what to help him. He thinks Caicedo's overrated. If someone thinks Caicedo's overrated, it's like, alright, cool. Big up, man. Big up, brother. Appreciate you. But yeah, big up, Harry, man. I hope you're well, man. Hope everything's good. Good seeing you in here, brother. Enzo hate as well, bro. Depends on the level and depends on what you're saying. For me, I'm fine with taking the piss out of Enzo because he's been actively trying to push his way out the club all summer, acting like he was going to get a ton of interest, and we're in the 14th of August and he hasn't got a bid yet. I'll take the piss out of him for that. But that's kind of where it stops with me. I don't really go any further than that because I still think he's a decent asset. And yeah, that's it. I think you're a good player. You're a good player. You'll still do well for the team if you stay here. But what, you thought everybody was going to come in and circle around and create an Enzo saga. Where is the saga? You thought everybody else was going to follow your lead and demand certain wages. Caicedo signed under the structure, mate. João Pedro signed under the structure, mate. They all signed extensions under the structure too. It's just you. It's just you, man. Yeah, Harry, let's do it, man. Defo, I'll drop you a message. It's been way too fucking long. It will be good to chop things up sometime. Absolutely. And make sure you, man, are subbed to Harry as well. I'm sure a lot of you guys are. I'd be shocked if a lot of you guys in the chat aren't. But make sure you, man, are subbed over there if you ain't done it already. That is Chelsea Fan TV Heritage. Big up, brother. VD Enzo. Yeah, but VD's wanted Wharton for like years. So at least I know where he's coming from. That brother's wanted Wharton since day 0. And he knows Enzo leaving will facilitate that. So now he's got to push him out the door a little bit. So I'll get him out there. So he's just trying to do his bit. Yeah, 55 minutes. And no bid. No offer. You know what I think it's going to be? I think City are going to try and drop a bid afterwards. Because they want to, again, test how serious Chelsea are about it. And also be a bit of like, they don't want to get punked out. Oh, what do you mean I got a bid before 5 p.m? Fuck you. I'll bid at 6 p.m. How about that? Yeah, big up Harry every single time, man. Big up, brother. There's no way he still rates a lot. No way. Rogers told him a week before Ornstein posted that he's coming. Damn, these sources are way further back than you think. Although nobody knew. Probably just shows off. Maybe a bid's already dropped. And we just haven't heard anything about it because Chelsea haven't accepted or not. Because to a level, we're always behind on the news. The news that you hear always has happened like a couple of hours at least before it drops as a headline. Maybe it's already been dropped. Maybe it's already been rejected. Maybe it's already been accepted. There is a fuck ton of maybes. Ultimately, like, our idea of like nothing happening as of right now could be completely false. And stuff could be happening. We just ain't been told yet. Because the public are beneath everyone else. So we're not going to get told yet. I'm sure Ornstein's just like got some mad bomber in the drafts though. And he's just like waiting. His trigger finger's just itching like a motherfucker. He's waiting to press post. But he ain't got the go-ahead from the clubs yet to do it. So he's just sitting there like, can I drop the fucking tweet yet, man? I'm about to fuck up everybody's weekend. Can I drop the tweet yet? Nope. You gotta wait. You gotta wait. Self-snitching? I doubt it. Well, if that's the case, though, it kind of ruins the whole done in 24 hours narrative we were trying to go for. Well, there's not a lot of Arsenal fans in here anyway, so it's not like they're going to know any difference. So fuck them, man. Yeah, it has been full radio silence today. Full radio silence. But that's what I like to call the calm before the storm. So we will see. We will see. Let's see who's about anyway, man. You, man, smash up those likes every single time, man. Big up every single one of you that's locked in. And StreamYard, you seem to have turned the corner. It's only been a couple days, so I ain't going to say too much just yet, but the videos are processing now, and there doesn't seem to be echoes on streams anymore, so we might be out the hood. About fucking time, because the season's about to start in a week or so, and I was ready to fuck you lot off. If you were still on this bullshit by game week 1. You are not fucking up with my job. Get to fuck, mate. But yeah, smash up the likes, man. Smash up the likes every single time. Wait, what is the picture, though? Okay, cool. I was worried it might be some tits or some shit. Oh, fuck yeah. Hey, Daniel, you're a prick. Okay, I thought it was something worse than that, man. Sometimes I gotta, like, just double check the Avi, because you never know when someone tries to put a nude up there and try and get you demonetized. People are always trying to think outside the box and how they can fuck you over. But hey, Fez, you know what? That was a bit funny still. I like that one. Big up Daniel every single time, bro. Big up Andrea the donation too, bro. I hope you're well. Big up, brother. He says, Enzo must stay. It will be a big loss to let him go to a rival. Tony Kroos remarks on Enzo, if you see, will praise him a lot. I'm not surprised with that one, to be fair. I think Tony Kroos would love a player like Enzo. He'd appreciate him a lot. Just quickly. Just bear with me quickly, guys. There we go. Tony Kroos remarks on Enzo, if you see, praise him a lot. Javi should build around him. I think Javi would want to. Like, there's no brief, there's no source, there's no nothing that said Javi doesn't want to keep him. Javi wants to keep Enzo Fernandez, even though Enzo wants to leave. And that says a lot about how Javi actually rates him. Because you remember the briefs that we got around the start of the summer, when all we were hearing was that, hold on, there it is. All we were hearing was that if you don't want to be here, Javi wants you gone. Now we're hearing with Enzo, it's the complete opposite, because that's how much he rates him. Big up Surfer, big up Nathan. I hope you guys are good.
Yep.
How you feeling on deadline day, Surfer?
Hot and tired.
Hot as fuck. I can hear that fan, bro. You don't need to mute or nothing. You're good. You're good. It's absolutely fine. But yeah, I wouldn't ask you to anyway. I get it. But what was it? I lost my train of thought. Yeah, deadline day. Do we even think this dies on deadline day or not? Or what do we think changes on deadline after 5 p.m.?
I don't know. I don't know if they get close to 120. I presume. You know what I mean? Like that. If they get like a 110 like package or something like that, 115 package, something like that. I don't know. I just don't. The issue is I don't know why was it like today. Why they should have maybe given themselves a weekend or something, like or a Monday or something, you know? Just to go, yeah. Because
Probably because of the time it would take to like facilitate another player.
Yeah, but you would think they would already have something lined up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, but like you see how long it's taken for like we know why the Enzo thing's taken so long, but it would also take a considerable time to get Wharton sourced, and you'd want him in before the start of the season as well.
But my conspiracy theory is that's why the Lacroix deal took so long. That maybe they were seeking out the conditions for a Wharton transfer. Do you know what I mean? Like the conditions.
Yeah, and that also the domino effect of Palace also needing a replacement too.
Exactly. So, and they were seeking, look, you know, is it the same price by this date or this date? That's why they put today's date in. You know what I mean? Like maybe Palace went, well, you know, a week before the season starts, we can't sell Wharton for like 80 or something. It's have to be like 90 or something, you know.
Maybe CFC Daily from BBC. Okay, so it's not great.
Yeah.
Man City are not planning to sign Enzo Fernandez if Rodri stays at City. Well, this deadline is basically saying fuck what you think about Rodri.
Yeah,
you want him or not? But this Stamford insider guy that Maldini's been talking about is now saying done deal. Enzo Fernandez will join Man City.
Yeah.
So that's the one where it's make or break for him.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that guy.
Neither am I. But he did call the 48 hours thing before Fab and Ornstein, so I kind of got to give him that.
Yeah, maybe. Just not. Yeah.
It don't seem trustworthy, innit? 1.2k like ITK. You'd think they'd have a bit more, innit?
Yeah. But then you get the other end where you get like people with like 200,000k on their things and they hardly get anything right. Like the Indy Cala thing. Do you know what I mean? Before last season when they got a couple of stories right.
Shit, how big up, man.
You know, I don't know.
It remains to be seen, bro.
Yo,
big up, Babalo. It's been fucking years, man. I hope you're well.
Yeah, I'm good, man. Just, moving, working, all that, bro.
Life is life. I just hope life is good, man.
No, life is good. Life is good, bro. It's been a lot of travels, man. So it's been good. I just wanted to say one thing about this Enzo stuff, man. Then I got to get back to work. Do I sound good? Do I sound fine?
Yeah, you're all clear. You're great.
All right. So, just one thing. Like, look, I like Enzo, right? I really don't want him to leave. But if he has to and if we want to sell him, that's all good. But I just can't really, side with selling Enzo to Manchester City after what they pulled last year to us. They little broed us. They took our manager. They were talking to our manager behind our back. How then are we trying to give them one of our best players? Regardless of how you feel about Enzo or not, $120 million player, 120 million pounds player has to be a good player. He's not bad. So, like, my point is, I just cannot fathom selling it to City, especially what they did last year. That's the only thing I hate about this. If it was to Madrid, Atletico, any other club, it is what it is. Every player is replaceable. This is Chelsea, regardless. But Manchester City is what just irks me. Like,
no, but you know why?
Go ahead.
It's the Premier League. You know why we like selling in the Premier League so much? It's because of how much money's in the league. It's the richest league in the world.
Right. I do understand that the money is big, right? Obviously, they might be the only guys to pay 120, and I love that. But I just feel like, man, this season, I was going to this season like I hate Manchester City. Like this season, they're the club I want to beat so bad because of what he did last year. So I just find it crazy how we're selling one of our best players to the old coach that disrespected us, disrespected the badge, and literally disrespected the whole club. You know, so I mean, that's it with Enzo. I mean, but if he has to go, $120 million is not small money. So take what you could get, but not to no damn City. I hate that team now. I hate Maresca. I mean, I love Maresca I love what he did for us, but what he pulled at the end of everything and the saga. Nah, I'm in my feelings. I
I've
don't
got my
care.
own differing opinions to it, but I'm gonna save it from just completely going left field.
Right. Now, look, I mean, everyone has their opinions, right? Obviously, I'm not saying I'm
Yeah, of course.
100% correct. I mean, there's a little bit of emotions in what I'm saying. It's just like, just everything with, it doesn't matter. The chat is saying I said dollars instead of pounds. It doesn't matter. Pounds, dollars, 120 million in any currency. It's huge. So the point is, hey, if they could cup up 120, fine. Let's right, give him to City. I wish him all not good luck, bad luck, because I hate that club. So, but my point is, hey, City they just have so much. I just have so much animosity towards them right now. Like I wouldn't want anything to help them win another trophy or even beat us. So it is what it is. 43 minutes left. We'll see what happens, right?
Damn right, bro. I want to see if something drops because apparently Enzo's camp is very confident the deal's going to get done.
Right.
There's in the nose saying that it's already been done, but I'm not really too keen on those in the nose. But the ones that I like are the ones saying like they still feel very confident. Well, Enzo's side still feels very confident that the deal's going to get done on Man City side. I just don't know whether it's going to get done before 5 p.m. or not.
And yeah, okay, there are a couple things that give me a hint. Like obviously, since Enzo came back, he's not posted anything about Chelsea, and I never read into that so much. But like usually, because I follow him on Instagram, he would usually like capture it and post it on his story anytime he's in a video or anything. So he's just not done that. So obviously, maybe he also knows that his future is 50-50 right now. So it could happen. Obviously, I don't want it to happen because it's City, but 120 is 120. Take it and run. So
yeah, but that's why I think he's been a bit more respectful, like with coming back to training and like not causing a scene or skipping or nothing like that. It's because he knows the price tag's fair. 120 million is a completely valid price tag for him with the way everyone else is going for this summer.
Yeah, but they also know that they can't do what they did with Real Madrid. That's why. That's why the agent's been less quiet because of what they did with Real Madrid.
You can't say, "Oh, his dream is to live in Manchester."
But
mate.
Also just the way it was publicly done. Do you know what I mean? It was literally.
Yeah, because it's all just.
The story was being interviewed about. Yeah, we're going to try and get Enzo to Madrid, and then Madrid had to come out like a couple of days later, like with that statement, basically saying no, to keep a good relationship with Chelsea, we're not going to buy this player. You know what I mean? Or
Pastore must be a new agent with the way that he's been moving, because he's been moving
No,
like
well,
a fresh.
that's the point.
If it hadn't been publicly done like that, he'd probably be at Madrid by now.
Actually, I think after all this dies down, either he goes or he leaves. I actually think he's going to fire his agent because he actually messed up this whole summer for him, right? I mean, too much talking. Yeah, I just.
I think if he ends up still here this summer, if he gets to move to Man City, probably not. But if he ends up still here this summer, he'll probably end up sacking that agent.
I mean,
but that also won't be the end of Madrid interest, I'll say. We know Real Madrid always say there's no interest and they come back a year later. Usually they do that for a player that's on a low contract with a year left or something.
Well, that's fine.
With Enzo Fernandez, they'll be likely just come back again the year
Well,
after.
I mean, at that point... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
You could bump up his contract to 210, 220. Or
that's what I'm saying.
Or as that website, Never a Foul, said he's on 310 a week, which is bullshit. And stuff like that. But bump up his pay and then put like a release clause in it, saying, still at 120 or 130, whatever.
No, but I don't think he's going to sign any other extensions, or like not extensions, or just contracts.
It won't be an extension.
Just a salary raise.
Just be a salary increase. It won't be an extension.
Yeah.
Still got 7 years left, so there's no need to sign an extension on his contract. just sign a pay rise, like with remember? Oh no, they did do a year extension, but you don't need to do that for 7 years. Just you already signed an extension, just do the pay rise job.
It'd be interesting if he took that. I don't even know if he would take that.
Well, no, it could be the same thing. It's like, yeah, you get a pay rise, but we're gonna stick a release clause in there, but still at 120.
Yeah,
Wait, but I
he'd
wanna
probably
ask,
want
though.
that on his side. That would make sense. Yeah.
Don't you guys feel like he deserves a pay raise though? Like in all seriousness right now, do you believe he deserves one?
Yeah, his stats
Yes.
say
I think it does.
But
I mean,
I don't think I would be a bit. I'd find it weird if he was on more than Caicedo in it, and Caicedo's like agreed a wage increase within the structure.
Yeah, but
see, I don't want to.
I get Enzo's side as well. Like you look at the amount that Tonali's on, Gravenberch. You look at the likes of Mateus Fernandez. I get his side as well. But ultimately, like everybody else has fell in with the structure in it, and it is just you.
That's fine.
It's just you.
The point of Blueco came out and said that yes, there is a pay structure, but the players within it can still get pay rises, like Cole Palmer did after the first season. Cole Palmer went from like 80 to 120 after the first season, and Reece James got a pay boost. Caicedo's got a pay boost.
João Pedro.
It's just Reece came in, not Reece. Enzo came in, and his base wage was already like towards the upper end of it.
But the thing is, though, it's a reward system. Now they might not see it as a reward system by the way his agent and the comments he made. They might not do it, but I'm just saying if it's performance based, he should get a boost because you can say what you want. He's got the stats there for 2 plus seasons of 20 plus GNA for a midfielder.
Of course,
you know what I mean?
I do agree he deserves one, but obviously all that twerking for other teams, I don't like it. But
that's why he might not get it.
Yeah, but I mean, it started because they were not giving him what he wanted. Then he's going out to other, saying he wants to leave. It could be just a tactic in order to get what he wants. But obviously, it's blown up out of proportion. Now it's a lot of people in the fan base already just don't like him in the fan base, right?
I don't think he cares about being popular. I think he just cares about.
Me neither.
I think he just cared. Like if we had made it into the Champions League, you probably wouldn't hear anything about what you said.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just would have been like that, and maybe like you could hear he wants to negotiate the contract and stuff like that.
Yeah, because now he's got the pay cut too, because we're not in Europe. That's the worst part.
Right, yeah. And that's probably why he wants more as well, because he wants a bigger base salary.
But then again, I don't give no player any type of excuse for not reaching the Champions League. Like you're the ones kicking the ball on the field. It's your fault too. So I don't want to. Oh, we're not in Champions League. I want to leave. Are you dumb? You're the one kicking the ball. You should have been scoring. So that's how I feel about players complaining about Champions League and wanting to leave. But I feel like on both parties, obviously, I love how Chelsea is rolling now. Like, hey, if you don't want to stay, you could leave. That'll, we'll replace you. Everybody's replaceable. But I feel like there's something Enzo brings to this team that it will be hard to find, regardless of how you guys feel about his abilities, overall ability. There's this thing he brings into in our dressing room that I think is going to be hard to replace. And all the time, everybody always tries to. I want to bring Caicedo in it, but like I don't like Caicedo, but it's always about the midfield. Oh, we need to find a partner for Caicedo every time. But Caicedo got to up his game even more. Like, let's be for real. It's always about now it's Adam Wharton. What's his name? Adam Wharton.
Adam Wharton. Yeah.
And I do love him. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I watched his highlights, not his. I'm not gonna lie and say I watch every game he plays. But his highlights, I love his passing. He's a one-touch passer. He looks up every time. But I've not seen anything about like how he's gonna partner, like when he's trying to defend transitions and things like that, because that's what's gonna happen on our side. So it's all the new.
You don't think Caicedo's like been good enough on that front?
Look, I think Caicedo has been amazing, but I feel like I just feel like everyone scapegoats Enzo because of Caicedo. It's like, oh, Caicedo's always covering up for Enzo. That's like, no. I mean, Enzo is not the person that chooses to go to the
To a
box every
point, I
time.
understand it though. Just because like Enzo's not really the best in terms of like his movement and his turns and his agility, so it's like that's why you can't really leave Enzo back there because like he struggles to move around as quickly as a Caicedo can do. Also, Caicedo's just a much better tackler and interceptor.
He is a better tackler, but Caicedo is not the cleanest tackler, though. I mean, I'm like he sometimes is rash. I mean,
last season I think he was a bit more rash at times, but
yeah,
I
especially
think the
that
season
Arsenal
before
game.
that he was clean as fuck, and like the refs would call fouls for all sorts of stupidness that he was actually like getting the ball for.
But like like when I talk about clean tackler, and I know like Kante, I like Kante was the only like defensive player I love watching his highlights because he'll tackle you from behind and it's clean. He doesn't touch you, doesn't ever foul, right? But I mean, sometimes obviously Caicedo's still getting better. He's like 24 years old. There's still so much room to improve. I'm not saying he's bad at all. I think Caicedo is good, but like people blame Enzo for pushing forward into the box. Like he's not the coach. The coach gives him the instructions. He takes the instructions. He goes up there, and he's very good at what he does up there. And
yeah, because like what you need is like a more physical six, and then you need Caicedo, who can still be the six, but just be given a bit more license to push forward. That's why Maresca would be inverting a fullback into the midfield, so you'd have that extra body in the midfield to allow Enzo to push forward. There would be a lot more fine for us if we just had Lavia fit, but Lavia just never fucking fit.
It's just a profile thing, so it is. Like, Enzo's not a box crusher. He never was. It's just like one of our managers just wanted to shoehorn him into the team, thought he'd put him up top. He gets a couple of goals. Now all of a sudden people are twerking, acting like this guy's the second coming of Frank Lampard. Like, it's a piss take. This guy's a deep line playmaker. Always has. He always has. Like, that's what it is. Like, yeah, he's a good player. Like, he has ability. He's passing range and all that. Like, generally, he's a good player. He's still got levels to reach as well. He's not the final product, but this idea of him getting like 20 plus goals this season, like, for me, it's just, I don't see. We've seen many games where he gets to the edge of the box, he can't shoot. He can't get the shot on target. If you're a natural goal scorer, like that comes second nature to you. Like deft touch, final third, he don't have that. You know, it's just because he was forced in that position, he had to kind of adapt. And like he had some good games, but then there was a lot of games he didn't play well. But then when the whole team was also suffering, you know, you had like Cucurella not playing so well, you had Caicedo fell, Palmer fell off as well. Then yeah, there were elements of him fighting for himself. Like he wanted to sort of, you know, in players they don't want to lose at any cost. So like it kind of appears like they're doing more than the others. And you think, oh well, this guy's really top and the rest are shit. But at the end of the day, like you can find a player like him in another league for way less. Like he's not the be-all and end-all of a midfielder who can spray passes and whatnot. Like I've seen players like Angelo Still, like he's a name that obviously people have heard. Some may not have. Bundesliga. Like this guy like plays in the six. He just hits 30, 40-yard passes like it's nothing. Like he just first-time ball over the top. No fuss, like no frills, nothing, but just a competent passer off the ball. He just picks out his teammates, and that is something that, again, you can find that other leagues. It's not like Enzo Fernandez is the only one who can do that, but it's just obviously a matter of who can do it the best, more consistently. You know what I mean? Like Adam Wharton, again, playing for Crystal Palace. Yeah, he's got a few decent players in the team, but no world-class players. So of course, when he's trying to pick out his teammates and passing, he has to do a lot of hard work. This idea that he can't really win his duels and whatnot. It's not. He's 6 foot, but he's not like he's not really built like a tank or nothing. But he's a great passer. Again, you can't outrun the ball. So if you keep the ball moving, then how are people supposed to get the ball off you? If you just give them the ball first time pass, making the right passes every time like that, that's what we need. It's just a profile thing. You either get someone like a Wharton or you get an out and out DM, someone who just destroys the midfield, covers ground, wins tackles, intercepts. That's all that we really need to do. If we do in fact sell Enzo Fernandez, that's just how you
then why do we, if you want like a destroyer, what is, like, just legitimate question? I'm not trying to talk shit about Caicedo, but what is Caicedo? What do you think Caicedo offers in that midfield? Like, what is his purpose there? I'm asking a legitimate question. I'm not.
That's a fair point, because I think at first when we saw him at Brighton, right, like the way he was covering ground, like naturally people thought comparisons to Kante, like that's what came to mind. Like this guy's covering the ground, he's winning tackles, but then after a while he started to display an innate ability to actually pick up passes, and he's ball carrying as well, like dribbling. So like for me, Caicedo, like he's kind of a victim of people thought of him in one way, but there's actually more levels to his game. He can actually play in other positions. I think in a way, Alex Scott is kind of in the similar category because the way Iraola wanted him to play, you know, someone's like covering ground box to box, but then also wanted to add goals to his game, which obviously is the weakest part of his. Caicedo can hit shots as well. But like for me, I think he's being limited if we just think of him as a DM, as a 6. Like I think he actually is more of an 8, more so than even Enzo is, just because.
Sorry, Nathan, that is similar to Conte. The only time we won the league with Conte was when he had Nemanja Matic right beside him. The three at the back that we won with Conte was with N'Golo Conte being with Matic. N'Golo Conte was hunting up front, intercepting more in the forward line than being this quote-unquote pure like DM. And that's why if we think he's similar to that, and he's not as good as Conte in terms of intercepting, but he's better than him at shooting as an example. So I'd rather have him higher up and have a proper DM. Like we can't get him this window, but a Tchouameni or a Bruno Guimaraes. If we got a Bruno Guimaraes, I would have given him this window a 9 out of 10. I would have been sky high. We're going.
I wouldn't have had a problem.
And again, I think the question is a great question because, like, I think people have also had this in the back of their mind, thinking, how do you get the best out of Caicedo if you just put him in the 6 and like making him just cover ground, win tackles, intercept, and then just pass it, and whatnot. But if there's more to his game, he can actually do a lot more. And then it's like, all right, so then if we allow him a role to go more forward, then we need someone naturally on the transition to cover the ground, win the tackles, intercept. And yeah, Wharton not necessarily that type of player profile-wise. But Lavia is actually that profile, but it's the problem of he's not fit, and that's a gamble. You know what I mean? Like we're just like, if he could just stay fit, we knew there was a guarantee. Then there's your problem solved right there. If Enzo left, it really wouldn't matter a whole lot because you put Lavia next to Caicedo, let Caicedo do the attacking and progressing the ball between the midfield and the forward line. Then you got Lavia doing his thing. Like that would be perfect. But yeah, I hear and Asugo's not here as well. Just in case some people think like, oh, we've got Asugo. He's just not here. He's not ready. He needs to learn. The kid's just somewhere in between, trying to progress the ball, but he's not really great at that. And his tackling and covering ground is also needs work on. So yeah, I think for me, like personally, like Caicedo, he's more of an 8. He's more attacking, has more attacking attributes that actually complement the team in the way Alonso would want to play, more so than his defensive aspects, which are also good. But I just think, we need the right profile, whether it's a passer or a DM, either or for me. Wharton's my type of guy, but the one I would go with. But look, if we got someone like, I know Manu Kone has injury problems, but he's like that profile of that DM, out and out DM, midfield destroyer.
I think we need a passer more than we need a now and out DM.
Yeah, and
we already have a ball winner. Just have Caicedo be further forward and then let someone sit deeper to control the ball.
Do you guys remember when
Enzo should have been deployed to do that at Chelsea, but no manager barring Potter wanted to do that. And then we bought Lavia to be our only ball playing DM, but that guy can't stay fit. So that's the big problem I have with Lavia with his fitness, and part of why I kind of want to sell Enzo, because as much as I do think he can play deeper in the Prem, no manager's tried him in doing that. So if he's going to be continuously be misprofiled, and there is kind of an argument of him and Caicedo not the best partnership, or about his overall fitness or whatever in the Prem, then let's get someone that can do it. And if that means it's Wharton, bring Wharton. Wharton is one of the best deep ball players out there.
But
I'd bring him.
I do think Caicedo is a good passer from deep, though. I mean, let's be for real.
He's not, bro. I'm not. You're saying he's good, but taking it off, playing out the first phase as a deep lying playmaker, he can't do that. He can't. That's not his. That's not his strength. I feel like that's not his skill set.
Should be deep there, and you should find another person another midfielder that is more of like a missile and a destroyer, like how Conte was when Sarri came and he moved him up front, where he's just stopping every transition while Caicedo stays in the back, because Caicedo is a decent passer. I mean, he's a good passer. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
You're saying You're saying he's good. Good is maybe good enough to be challenging with top 4. We're talking about at the elite end to win major honors. I don't want him there. I really don't. You don't. I look at how Kante and Matic played, how Kante Jorginho played. Let Kante go further forward, win the ball higher up. It keeps us higher up, and then let Jorginho play deeper to control the tempo. Let Matic play deeper. Let Wharton play deeper. Like that. When we talk about the elite teams, that's really how they do things. Real Madrid, when they were winning things, they had Cruz playing deeper, controlling the tempo. Like, you need your ball player deeper. At a big club, you do.
And again, Cruz wasn't exactly blessed with like physicality, wasn't it? This guy was covering ground, but the way he could pass the ball.
He had Casemiro as a bodyguard. Like,
people in the chat saying Caicedo is not a good passer. What am I seeing here?
I never said Caicedo is not a good passer. We're talking about at the elite, bro. At the elite level, you need a specialist, and all the skill sets Caicedo is brilliant at. No one talks about his ball playing ability. Let him play higher up. Like, this whole thing of Caicedo being a DM, him being a DM, he's not a DM. He's not.
No, he's only been forced to be the deepest player because Lavia can't stay fit.
Yes.
I mean, isn't that what we got him for? Like when we're buying Caicedo.
No, the plan was to have all three in the midfield together.
So like a
Lavia, Caicedo, Enzo.
We bought Lavia the same time, like a week away after we got Caicedo.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Liverpool tried to
listen, Caicedo, and it shows how, to be fair, it does show how good Caicedo is, that he's been, I guess, doing a job there. But I'll be real, I don't like it. I would rather get a specialist there and have Caicedo be the ball winner further forward. I think it makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, I mean, that's true, but like, I guess, but I just don't see. Okay, I know people will hate me for this, but Caicedo is just not the cleanest tackler for me, especially like running back. He's just not the cleanest tackler. He does give fouls a lot. He gets a lot of yellow cards. He's not Kante.
Of course, I only think that's from last season.
Yeah, and also he has to when he has Enzo Fernandez and that midfield is fucking nowhere and no one's tracking back.
It's always
well, it's not even that it's just. To be fair, it's not even that it's just.
No,
Enzo
I said no one's tracking back. If no one's tracking back and you're the only midfielder on Lone Island and your defense is fucking Tosin. Of course, I have to run my ass when I have Tosin, who I can't fucking trust. I have Badiashile, who I can't trust. I have Disasi, who I can't trust. I have Fofana, who I can't trust. Tell me who Caicedo can trust in the defense or a midfield partner who can cover ground with him. Tell me. Conte had Rudigers. He had better defenders. He had a better setup. He had better managers.
That's actually what I want to say about how we set up. You had Maresca, Poch. These guys have relied so heavily on Caicedo to do everything in midfield, which is not like, I think Caicedo's to be fair a brilliant tackler, but like you can't let him do everything.
He is.
You can't have him do everything in it because he can't. He cannot do everything on his own. No one can.
A good tackler.
That's not fair.
But he's not elite though. He's not an elite tackler.
He shouldn't have to do especially playing deeper. He shouldn't have to do everything and be left on an island and then he gets exposed.
Which is where a lot of his fouls came from as well.
We've seen the worst of Caicedo with Pochettino when he's on his own. Just pick an actual
and then
system.
briefly with Rosinha for the same reasons.
Yep.
Yes. Let's get the best out. Let's build a real team to get the best out of get the best out of certain players. I don't agree with his tackling me in bad part or whatever, but regardless, bring me Wharton. Regardless, just bring me Wharton and it'll be
yeah. I think most of us are on board with that.
And end it as soon as possible so we can just end this saga and
try to got a team to prepare, you know what I mean? Talk about one player like he's
20 minutes left.
I rate Manu
it's
Kone.
Over.
I rate
it's the
Manu
injuries
Kone,
problem. That's what it is. It's the injury record.
If we didn't have like a Caicedo, I would say bring Manu Kone, but we don't need him.
Yeah.
We don't need two guys doing the same thing in midfield.
And Kone's injury prone. Kone's way too
I mean, he survived the World Cup, but I hear what you're saying. Yeah.
Survival, brother. He needs to survive a season
Your
campaign.
chat is trying to twist me to say Caicedo's not an elite tackler. Look, you say, look, I don't care what you say. He's a good player. He's a great player, but like,
Hey, wait, hold on, Lewis. Bring up Jabo's comment. If Jabo's agreeing with me, then let me cook, bro. I'm cooking.
Oh, bro, the whole chat's been agreeing with you today.
Come on, man.
I don't know if you've seen it, but like the chat's got you today still.
Come on, man. Listen, listen, just bring me Wharton.
Yeah, pretty much. It's pretty much Jabba what it is.
That's my plan as well, man. Look, look, Enzo's cool, big up for everything, but you don't want to be here.
Then
you're not gonna want to be here next year anyway, because the wage structure ain't changing. So please, let's not waste time.
Bring me my skinhead tempo set.
Yeah. Get rid of Enzo if he doesn't want to stay here. Just like get rid of Enzo to Manchester City to bald ass Maresca.
The white John Obi Mattel.
I get it, but no one else is paying the money.
I'll put him in the bomb squad, bro.
FIFA told us that shit can't exist no more.
Yeah,
I get it, man. You don't like City, I hear it. I get it, but like, no one else is gonna pay.
City, pay the money, bro. Pay the money.
Well, I would have been good for like 150 or something, not 120. Like,
maybe the price tag goes up after 18 minutes.
Yeah, but you know, like, look, if Enzo stays for 1 year, has a good year, I think Enzo is still going to end up leaving next year. So if he has a great year in Chelsea, and you know, we could up the price, I think that could be another decent move we could do. But I mean,
that'll be what he's thinking, because I don't think he's going to down tools for Chelsea.
You're right, I don't think so either.
Also, do you guys not notice a trend with Enzo that he starts the season slowly?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
And after after a World Cup year or summer where he got to the final, like, do you guys not think he's going to start slow again?
Yeah, he probably will. Most likely, he came late to
and
training.
doing that in these English crowds. Oh boy, God bless your heart, man. You're gonna go through it the first 3 months.
Bro, I think Enzo is built for that shit, dog. I'm not even gonna lie. He's built for that.
Yeah, look, I hope he is, because it's gonna be long.
And because like, look, one thing about it is the reason why the English fans are mad at him is because he scored and he did the celebration. Like, so that's never gonna ever hurt. If I'm Enzo, that will never hurt me. I'll score you again.
I don't know why the English fans are laughing at
I believe
Enzo.
you. I think he'll be able to channel that into something on the pitch. I hear all of that.
Yeah,
but I just think he's going to get it like to a level I ain't seen since Ronaldo in 06.
Bro,
that's how dark I think it's going to be.
Enzo might say a slur again, bro. It's going to be crazy.
Y'all can hear me?
I was gonna say that. Not too worried about him.
He's gonna say a slur, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck it.
Get him gone. There we go. Get him gone.
Jimmy, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
You can hear me? Yo, you Enzo sexual ass niggas. Fuck out of here. That's number one. That's my comment, first of all. Dude, you up here talking one bag of bullshit about Caicedo, respectfully. Like, you like, respectfully, bro, you sound fucking retarded. Respectfully, I'm like what you're saying about Caicedo is literally retarded. Like, literally retarded. Like, Caicedo, right now, if you put all our players for sale, if Caicedo was on sale for 120, every fucking team will be chopping off. Yo, they'll be chopping off fucking Chelsea hand to put money in their hand for Caicedo for 120. I'm talking about Real Madrid, fucking PSG, Liverpool. Everybody who needed a midfielder would have spent 120 without even breathing for Caicedo, for what he does. Like you said about, he's a harsh tackler. So the fuck what? So was Makaleli. He was a harsh tackler. That don't make you a bad tackler. He gets yellows. So what? So does every fucking center mid. That breaks up play. They all get yellows. They all get fouls. Like, what are you talking about? He doesn't get fouls or yellows or reds at no higher rate than anybody else. And this idea that he can't pass and all that, I don't know where the fuck. Like, what do y'all watch? What do y'all watch? How you can look at Caicedo and say he can't pass?
But I never said. I said.
Not you. I'm talking about the people who said he cannot pass. What the fuck are y'all watching? Do y'all know what a line breaking pass is? He does that all day. What are y'all talking about? When he's in the final third, he makes killer fucking passes. Like, what are y'all talking about? I think this is weird to try to protect Enzo. And yes, Enzo, lack of ability defensively, of course it hurts Caicedo. How would it not? If you're a center mid and you got to cover more space, how does that not hurt you? Like, what are we talking? That's retarded to say. You have more ground to cover when it's not necessary, where your other midfielder should be covering that ground. You're covering ground for
who
2.
Who tells Enzo to push up? Who tells Enzo to push up?
It's not about that he push up. It's about he can't get back. That's the problem. That's what you're. If Alex Scott push up, he'll be able to get back because he's an athlete. He can run. That's the difference, and I don't even rate Alex Scott, but that's the difference of some people. A box to box 8 is somebody who can actually go box to box. Enzo can't go box to box. When he's on his way to the other box, he stopped for a box of fucking fries and chicken and a soda. He's fucking slow. He can't go box to box. That's the problem. That's the fucking problem. You know about, what that got to do with Caicedo? His other midfielder can't cover ground. Why do you think it was the problem with Conte? Conte had to work extra hard for Jorginho, which really wasn't the problem. The problem is they kept rushing him back from injury. That was the problem. They kept rushing him back from injury. If they just let him heal, Conte would have been fine, but they kept rushing him back. With the amount of ground he had to cover, you had to let him get 100% healthy before he goes to do that. Caicedo is always healthy. He can cover ground, he can run, he can do it, but guess what? We don't have those type of center backs. So we need a midfielder that can cover some ground too. That's what we need. It's not about if somebody hate Enzo, this and that. No, you can't cover the ground. You can't cover the ground. This is the Prem. If you can't cover the ground, you got to go. You're not a midfielder. He can't. If you want to play him at the 10, go ahead, but not here. He can't play the 10 here. Maybe he can play the 10 for somebody else, but we talking about our club. Every time we talking about Enzo, niggas start telling you about his individual talent. I don't care. Because that individual talent does nothing for this squad. I'm talking about how it fits in this squad. Nobody's saying Enzo don't have talent. We're talking about how does his talent fit within this team. And right now, it struggles. It struggles. Enzo talent struggles to fit in this team.
Yeah.
Look, all I can say is that I hear you, but I think now Caicedo is becoming overrated by us.
He's not overrated.
No, he's
bro.
how is he? What do you say? What do you, bro? How do you? What do you? How? How?
You guys are acting like people are saying Caicedo's the new market lately. Caicedo is.
Nobody's saying that. No, you're making shit up, bro.
You're thinking about that Don video, ain't you?
No, I'm looking at the chat. I'm looking at the chat right in front of you.
Oh, the chat.
Right in front of me, right here. I mean, what are you saying? Like, they're saying his content. He's not even close to being a
bro. Nobody, yo, you going by what somebody's saying to try to stir you up right now. Nobody,
I'm not stirred up. I don't yell.
You are, because you saying bullshit. Because nobody talks about.
I don't yell. You
got Marati.
Chill out.
What yelling got to do with anything, my nigga? Yelling ain't got to do with anything.
Babalo, that's his inside voice.
I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. What is he talking about?
I've watched him before. Why can you say I'm stirred up? I'm not stirred up.
Because for you to say, for you to be saying Caicedo is overrated, that means you're listening to some retards.
No. I think he is. Nobody else tells me what to say. I think he's overrated. That's my opinion, right?
And I ask you why. I ask you why do you think he's overrated?
I just feel like he is so rash. I mean, look at that Arsenal game. Bro came out.
Bro, you naming one fucking game. That's retarded.
I'll give you an example.
Babalo, but this is what I was saying. I think this is from
retarded.
last season.
You named one game.
How many games do you want? You want
Bro, he played 38. If you telling me he rushed,
Just like be 100.
Say what?
How many games do you want? Be 100. How many games do you want? How many games can I
Name
give
them. Yo, if he's rash, you should be able to just name them off.
Name them all.
Did you think he was rash in Maresca's first season?
Fuck no.
No, I think that's when he won Chelsea Player of the Game, Player of the Year, right?
Player of the season, yeah.
Player of the season. So no, I don't think so. But last year, what I saw is just that there's this consistency or mental composure that he still doesn't have. To be
Win.
What
meant
to name?
Because
it was around Rossinia's time.
Yeah, because if it's the first half when we were second in the league, then people in the EPL, even rival fans, were saying besides Rodri, because Rodri wasn't healthy, he's the best DM in the league. So what are you talking about? Because also there's been countless times where Caicedo's been on 4 yellow cards and he's 1 yellow card away from being suspended for a game.
Yeah, hey, CP's right. Because you know, remember,
it's going to happen any moment, guys.
Where people say,
and then
it's the thing when people say yellow card Caicedo is the best version of Caicedo. Remember that's the thing people were saying.
So, there's been so many times he's had 4 yellow cards, and we're like, he's going to get suspended, and he doesn't.
It's crazy because the thing is, what you're saying, right? If you should be able, what Jimmy's saying is right. You should be able to list out names more than just that Arsenal game. There should be enough games to.
That's the one that comes to mind easily. Now,
I know
it's not. That's
the one I do remember.
We need more games.
That was
we need more
a huge
games.
game.
He's only mentioning one thing. He's only talking about Shinka. He doesn't mention anything else about Caicedo's game that makes him seem overrated. Nothing else. Just the Shinka. That's it.
If I name certain players I don't like, I can list out a dossier of games. You need to list out games, bro. List out enough games. Don't say Arsenal.
Yeah, I could have listed any player. I could have listed out games where Makelele looked like he was a shin kicker, or Conte. Give me one game. No, I'm saying give me one. No, but I'm saying if you're gonna name me one game where he's looked bad, I can give you that for Makelele too. One game, I can give you one game. I can give you one game for Conte too where he's looked bad. Give me more.
Name me games. Name me I need at least 10 games, bro. We how many games did we play last season? 45. I need 10 games.
Whatever his name is.
Yeah, we had the same issue with Enzo as well.
And if he's that bad, if he's that has a mental problem, then every time
I can't hear nothing. What's going on?
It's the phone. It's the phone. Refresh. StreamYard on phone is still a bit of a bug.
It was bugging out for me as well a little bit.
Because it doesn't make sense if you're saying he's.
Can you hear me all right? Yeah.
Yeah,
we can hear you, bro. You're clear.
Because if you're saying he's rash with his tackle,
I was hearing Nathan earlier on. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Spot on. The midfield thing. Number one, we're not looking to replace Enzo Fernandez. This guy don't fit the system, bro. The player that we get is not gonna be an Enzo Fernandez replacement. He's gonna be a midfielder that can complement Caicedo. Because at this point, we've got the replacement. We've got Morgan Rogers. We've got all these players that can add the goals that Enzo Fernandez was bringing to us last season. And this whole idea of, we need a passer, Bro, let's put it this way. Enzo Fernandez, for me, is not a world-class passer. He's better than Caicedo at long balls. But when it comes to press resistance, short passing and all that stuff, Caicedo is better.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying, bro?
Yes.
So this whole idea that we need to get a player that's going to come in and replace Enzo and do what Enzo does, we've already got what Enzo does in Morgan Rogers and Cole Palmer and all that stuff. The idea is we can't be leaving Caicedo on an island again. Do you see what I'm saying?
Caicedo's press resistance?
Overtime.
Yeah, because Caicedo just passes
you say Caicedo's press resistant?
Yeah.
Yes.
But I'd say it's less through turns and more just through passing out of it.
Can you man hear Lewis, by the way? I can't hear Lewis.
Yeah, sometimes I can't hear you. It's like going in and out. I don't know what's going on. So
StreamYard on the phone it's a nightmare when you're on your phone, honestly. Sometimes we just cut off
but I agree with the guy. I agree with the guy saying though.
See, that's the thing, bro. I can hear Lewis and I can't hear my bro over here.
Refresh. You'll be better.
I can't hear Lewis at all, but I can hear other people.
You can change the mic.
Yeah, maybe one more switch.
Alright, I'm gonna refresh.
No, but I agree with this guy here, man. Like, a lot of people think we're saying Enzo Fernandez is just a bad player overall. No, I just don't think he fits Chelsea. That's just simple what it is. He just doesn't fit Chelsea. We tried it so many times. I've heard from so many people. I asked them, I say, what's Enzo's best position? I'm hearing deep lying playmaker. No, he's a box crasher. No, nobody even fucking knows. Just let this nigga go. Like, it's fine. Let him
100.
go and find somebody else that complements Caicedo. Because just like Jimmy said, I promise you, bro.
Then what is Caicedo's
If
best
Caicedo was
position,
on the
though?
market right now, I promise you, people are
What is
dropping crazy
Caicedo's
bread
best
before
position?
Enzo.
Yeah, and considering that we
dropping
bought,
crazy bread before
8.
Enzo. That's a fact.
Considering all
What's
the money that
Caicedo's
we
best
spent on
position?
Enzo,
8
if
for
we're not
me.
going to build around him, he does have to go.
Wait.
No,
Can
but bro,
anybody
that's my
hear me?
point.
Can
Forget
anybody
it's
hear
not
me
just the
though?
money. Iqbali nearly scrapped someone. Remember them
8.
when we were trying to go for him at Benfica?
Oh
Iqbali
man,
was
I
doing
can't hear
overtime,
nothing.
was nearly beefing someone. And at this point, bro, the guy, I said this before, when you are South American and Madrid come calling, yeah, fair enough, whatever. But at this point, this guy just wants out. Man said City, like, what we doing? And this guy is the one who beefs everyone. Do you know what I'm saying? Mason Mount, Madueke, like, and now he wants to go. Say nothing, bro, go. And in fact, that might even be better for us. I know at the end of the day, he's good at what he does. But we've already replaced that in the squad. Let's add to the squad and bring someone like Adam Wharton, who's press resistant, can play football, pass it around.
My
And I'm sure there's
guy.
other options out there. You know what
Oi,
I'm
that's
saying?
kind of nasty, you know. I just deeped it. Man hated Mount for like leaving for a rival for extra money.
then
And
he
yo,
wants to-
how the tables are turning.
Yeah.
Oi,
Yeah,
y'all
cool.
didn't deep
Listen,
that.
No, but
Enzo,
low key,
Manchester
I just
Derby,
need to.
Mount might
I
leave
just need
one on
to.
him. Like, now what,
listen,
motherfucker?
Enzo can go to Man City. In 2 years, he's going to want to go around Madrid. Let him go. It's fine. Let him go.
Like, nobody.
Okay, but like, hey, my bro with the durag though. I don't know your name, but you said nobody can tell you what Enzo's position is. But can you tell me what Caicedo's best position is?
Me personally, I think it's an 8 because even as a 6,
Yeah.
as Gracie was as a 6, I think he was suppressed in terms of other qualities that he has, like his shot.
I'm gonna
Thank
have to go
you.
on.
In my
Thank
opinion,
I'm
you.
gonna
that's
have
just
to
my
go
opinion.
on.
I truly think he's an 8. I don't think
Thank you.
his best position is as a 6. He can
I
play good.
can't hear
He
nothing.
can play as a
My shit
6,
is
but
tweaking,
his
dog.
best
I
position is
don't
an 8.
know.
In my
Thank
opinion.
you.
I
Everyone
don't
in
know
the
what's
panel
going
said the
on.
same thing. He's an 8.
Yeah, he's an
I
8.
can't
He's
hear you
definitely
no
an 8,
He's a
more.
bro.
bro.
That's why I
Yes,
was kind
he's
of
a bot.
confused when you
He's a
even
bot.
said that. When you said Caicedo can't track
Yeah.
back and all this other stuff, I'm just like, I don't really know. I don't know
He's
where
a
you even
box.
got
He's
that
a
from,
box to
but
box 8, bro. I keep saying
Yep.
the template is Kante, Jorginho, Kante, Matic. That's the template we need for the midfield for Chelsea. And I'm
That's
saying
what.
this for time.
Yeah.
My bad. I had to refresh, man. I
Nah, you
can't
good,
hear
man. Can
no,
you
anything.
hear
you
us
good, bro.
now?
Yeah, I can hear
Yeah,
kind
8.
of.
Okay.
Yeah.
I said it was an 8.
Just quickly though, I just said Caicedo. I think Caicedo's an 8. That's all.
Yeah.
I think he's
Caicedo's
better
an
as an
8,
8.
right? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So your plan is to push Caicedo like to be a box to box 8 and get Adam to play on that deep line playmaker. Is that what you think? Is that
Yes.
what you're?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. I mean, that's not bad either. I don't know why people are talking about Enzo sexual like it's all about Enzo
Oh well,
Enzo or
no.
nobody.
Nah, bro, it's
Nah,
the
Honestly,
plan
I'm
moving
that's the
forward.
point I'm
it's
talking
other
about.
experiences.
That's just Jimmy. Just he always talking
Yeah,
shit. But
like
what we're saying,
Enzo.
all I'm saying is that just let Enzo go. It's fine. He don't care about us anyway. So who gives a fuck? All I'm saying is just play Caicedo as the 8, bro, and have somebody back up for him because we've tried this thing with Enzo. It just doesn't work, bro. Like we've tried so many times, so many managers, and it's just not working.
And
Like
bro,
just
when you look at
Right.
Enzo Fernandez when he first came to Chelsea, people were screaming, "What the hell have we just bought here, bro? Why?" Because he was playing the Jorginho role. As soon as Enzo
Yes.
Maresca comes in, even Poch a little bit, and then he starts playing higher up in that 8.5 box crashing midfielder. That's where you see his best moments. Other than that, bro, we're not gonna change a whole system in our team for
for
one
this
player.
nigga, no,
Do you know what I'm
bro.
saying?
Because
Yeah.
and if they're doing that, we don't
I
even know where his best position is at that point. Like
100.
I don't even.
I
Some
do
people are
think
gonna say it's
Enzo's best
still.
position.
But Enzo is not
I
going
do
to play
think
the
Enzo's.
8 though this
I do
season.
think Enzo's best position is playing deeper, but
Yeah,
I
like
think you also need to build around him to get the best out of him. But we're not going to do that at Chelsea.
I'm not building
So
No.
around
he
Caicedo.
needs
But
to
bro,
leave
let me
because
Fernandez.
all
ask,
this
What are you
time
guys
he's been
talking
here,
what is he
he's been
good at?
having
What
to
is he good at
been
playing
having
as a
to do
deep?
different. He's been having to do
He'd be passing.
different roles.
Bro, what's he good at as a
Well,
deep line playmaker?
yeah, I think his passing and his conducting.
It's just his
But bro,
passing.
if
Yeah.
I think
he's not
that's
press
his. That
resistant,
is
if
But
he's not
even
press,
then, though, his
if
passing's
he's not
not. Let's
press
be
but we
real. His
don't
resistant,
get to
passing's
he's
see
not
that
not.
even
now. I
world
know
class.
for
I'm gonna tell you that right now. His passing's not world class,
It's
bro.
not world
But we
class,
don't
man. It's
have
not
any
world class.
press
Bro.
resistant player in the midfield though.
Well,
Except
no,
Lavia,
that's no,
except
hey,
Lavia, but
Lavia,
he's
no,
always
that's
except
injured.
no,
Lavia.
Yeah.
that's fine. Hey, that's fine. I'm not.
Because I don't want to hear Caicedo. Caicedo is not press
That's
resistant.
fine. I'm just telling you that is his that is what he is. You can say it's when he's
But
not
broski
elite
in the
at
Chelsea shirt.
or whatever. That's
What's
fine,
up?
but like that's a different
What's up?
conversation.
Bro, I was gonna say,
That is
Caicedo,
a
I'm
skill
with you.
set.
He's not world class as the deep lying playmaker. Or he's not press resistant,
That-
is what you said. But for me, bro, he's
then
more
what
press
about?
resistant than Enzo. In terms of the short passing, right, he's staying. We've got a world champion.
I didn't think we
Big
get
up
a
Enzo
lot.
Fernandez.
Enzo
It's
stays. Yeah.
over.
Let's be honest.
Here we stay.
Fucking over.
Bro, the bro in the Argentina shirt. I agree. With you. That's
Enzo
why I wanted
Yes,
him
stays
on.
broski.
for now.
Who, Enzo, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, that's what I'm saying. It's like what he does. But, bro, this time is up. But I'm telling you now, it'll be the most Chelsea thing. In the next 5 minutes, we get a City. Here we go.
Dude, I'm waiting for another hour at least for this bullshit so far.
Yep. That'll be some petty
I'm waiting for
bullshit like
another.
you get
I'm waiting for the
after 10
weekend.
I
minutes
don't
or
think
some
that
shit.
shit
During
happen,
transfer
man.
deadline day, they do that shit about paperwork takes an hour, so everyone waits an extra hour. I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna wait an extra
I'm
hour.
Yeah,
waiting
they're
to see
dropping a
with.
deal sheet, guys.
Enzo stays, dog. Let's go.
No, but
Yeah,
by the way,
bro.
Nah,
This
okay,
guy,
Enzo
this
look,
guy
stay
here,
for now.
wait, hold on. The only reason why I want Enzo to stay is because after the World Cup, after he smoked England, everything that was coming out from the English media was just, oh, now Chelsea has to sell Enzo. Oh, Enzo, how can he come back to Chelsea? Enzo this, just because he scored?
nigga,
Nah,
before
man.
the England game, no, half of this fan base don't want this nigga. I don't know
Bro,
what you
I'm
talking
telling you,
about.
no. What are you saying? You telling me that I did not go up to
Man,
100%?
just get this nigga going. I don't care, bro.
Yeah,
bro, but the
but
thing
you're
is,
not
in
even.
England, football is
You're
more
not. You don't know what
tribal,
you're
bro.
talking about,
People
man.
put clubs
Yeah,
ahead
true.
of the nation more
Man, we
often
got
than
Ben
not.
Jacobs update.
Chelsea posted Enzo, and Chelsea fans were like, "Oh my!" No, English fans were like, "Read the room, read the room."
For the
Like,
first
come
couple
on,
games,
dog.
but as soon as he
Come
does
on,
his
what are
thing
we?
for us, bro, we're
I don't
chilling, man. Do you
know.
know what I'm
All
saying?
I'm
That's how
saying
it
is,
works.
bro,
Enzo stay, dog.
all I'm
It
saying
rattled
is,
those
if
English
all I'm
fans.
saying is, if your girl don't want you no more, there's no point in fighting, nigga. You just wasting your breath. Like, just
Yeah,
let this
well,
nigga go. He
Enzo
don't
ain't my
give a
bitch,
fuck
so
about Chelsea, and that don't
Enzo
bother
ain't
you,
my
nigga.
bitch, so you feel me? Look, what you mean he
Enzo
don't
don't
give a
give a
fuck?
fuck
He's
about
in training
Chelsea, so
right
just let the
now.
nigga
He's in
go.
training right now. If he didn't
I
give a
don't give a
fuck, he won't
fuck if
come to
he's
training.
training. He's
So what are
training
you
with his
talking
mind on
about?
Madrid. Who gives a
Wait,
fuck
wait,
No,
about
he's
hold up,
not.
hold
Chelsea?
up.
What do you mean Madrid? What do you mean
Wait,
he
wait,
don't give a
wait.
fuck
You
about
say
Chelsea
He's
if
you
he's
thinking
in
about
say
training
Madrid,
right
City,
now?
wherever he's thinking about. It
wait,
ain't
wait.
If
You
Chelsea.
he
say
was,
you
He
say
not
he's
if
in
he didn't
Chelsea.
give
training.
a
Wait,
He's
fuck, he
not
wouldn't come to
Chelsea. He don't give
training.
a
If
fuck
wait,
he didn't
hold
give
up.
a
You
fuck,
about.
say
I
he
don't
would come
care
train.
what
So what are
if
you
he's
saying, bro?
training
Yeah,
and all this kind of
exactly.
stuff. He can do whatever
no,
he's
He's
but you
trying
staying,
say
to
he's
do.
in
dog.
training. No,
Come
no. You
on,
say he's
look.
in
He
training.
hit zero already.
If you
5
if you
o'clock
remember
British
if you
time.
remember
He's
I
Ben
don't give
staying,
a
dog.
fuck about
Oh
Chelsea.
God,
if you
real
And I
remember
nigga
already knew
shit,
y'all was
dog.
gonna
He's
fall for
staying.
that narrative. If he didn't go, oh, see, Enzo wanted to stay. He didn't
yeah,
want
I
to
yeah.
never
stay.
said
He
that he
ain't had
wanted to
no
still leave.
choice.
I don't give a shit. The deadline is over. It's zero. He's staying.
There's no
No,
deadline.
but bro, the
I don't
thing
really
is,
think
Enzo
there's a
Fernandez.
deadline,
I'll be
but
real with you, Enzo Fernandez. If he's professional, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like even at the end of last season, yeah, when we all knew he wanted to leave, the guy was still the one like putting on 100% every
Nah, he's
single.
not professional again. When was in Benfica
No,
though?
I'm saying when he plays football, he was like for Chelsea
Fab
at
update.
Benfica, whatever. I hear it, but at Chelsea, bro, the main issue is not that. The main issue is you are the one that keeps beefing every single Chelsea ex-player who plays in the Premier League, yeah? You were twerking your ass off for Real Madrid the whole summer. You and your little rat agent, yeah? It didn't happen. So you should just shut up and play for Chelsea. But
But
at this
Enzo
point,
has
bro,
never said anything about
no, but
Madrid.
his
He just
agent, bro. Everyone
never.
talks about his
His
agent. It
agent is
goes
a
through.
goofy.
No, but bro,
Wait, wait,
an
hold up.
agent,
He
No,
an
but
agent
hires
Babalo,
doesn't, an
wait,
agent
Here's the
doesn't,
one
yeah,
thing
but an
everyone
agent
forgets:
doesn't
the
say
agents. The
something unless the
agents.
player wants it, bro. If he's
Thank
the
Bro,
agent
you.
is
that's what I'm
going around
saying. They
saying
speak for him.
stuff.
He's not
look,
gonna
Do you
do
know
The
what I'm
look.
saying?
Check it
agent
out.
does
Check it out.
not
Check it
He's
out.
his
speak the way.
Wait.
Everyone's talking. My bad.
Sorry. Go ahead. My bad. I'm sorry.
No, it's my bad. It's my bad. Muradi, you go. You're cooking anyway. I don't need to get involved.
I can't hear
You're saying
Lewis,
what I was
bro.
gonna say.
No, okay, I'll say it. He hires
Go
the
ahead. Go ahead.
agent. He hires the agent. He hires who he represents. And if who he
Hello.
represents is twerking for
Oh,
Madrid,
he's got a
and when
connection
he
again.
says the
Well,
weather in
I'm
Madrid
saying,
is nice,
yes, of course, obviously,
well, he can
the
fire
agent
him.
is going to
No,
echo
no.
what the player wants.
So in
But the
September, he better
agent
fire him. In
obviously does
September, he
what's
better fire him.
best,
He better fire
regardless of
his
what the
agent.
player won.
But he's
in
not,
a
bro,
sense.
because that's all of those
Wait a
words.
minute.
Oh,
Wait a minute. 1 second.
Yeah, but you know
Obviously,
what?
Chelsea finished 10. Chelsea
whole
finished
even,
10 out
I
of
think he can't
Champions
hear
League.
us, Lewis. I think he can't hear us. But
What was
this
that?
whole, like,
Wait,
this
can you
this
hear
whole-
us, Babalo? Can you hear everyone?
I can't hear
you,
Lewis,
yeah.
bro.
I
I
can
can't
hear
hear
you.
Lewis.
That's because.
Wait, Muradi, are you on your phone or are you on a laptop?
No, bro, I'm on my computer. But do you know what it is? Every time I
you
switch
need to
between,
change the
so I've got
settings
two
on your. You need to change your
AirPods
audio
setting. I can hear
settings.
you on one of them, but then I can't hear you on the other. But then I can't hear anyone else on this one. I'm gonna
Try to take the AirPods off. Just try bring it out through the speaker.
All this about him wanting to leave. I don't. You know, Chelsea fans should just accept it. John Terry did the same thing in 09.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean with Man City. So it shouldn't be. Enzo should be held
Like-
to a higher standard than what John Terry did. John Terry did the same thing to get a new deal,
You said
and
what?
new money.
What?
I was going to go to Man City.
What are you talking about, John Terry?
You
What do you
said
mean?
what, John
Well, no,
Terry?
people upset that Enzo
John Terry was close to joining City in 09, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
This
And
guy
he
is
broke
nowhere
it.
has done that much for Chelsea to be talking about some John Terry. That's John Terry. John Terry.
No, like it's not like comparing legacies or anything. Just saying like
but I don't
key
give a
players that have
fuck.
wanted
He
to
don't
leave.
wanna be
I don't know,
here.
man. I love John
That's
Terry,
the
but he
problem.
did get
He
2
does
red
not
cards
wanna
in the
be
most.
here.
Wait,
crucial
let him
game.
land his point. Let him land his point. Go on,
That's the
Safa.
problem with these discussions. You don't actively listen. You just think I'm comparing the players as
No,
their
I don't
legacy
think
or
so.
something like that. That's not the case. I'm comparing the situation where even a great player like John Terry used and may have gone to another club because he wanted better contracts or wanted to leave or something like that. So Enzo Fernandez wanted to
Who was
leave the
Steven
club.
Gerrard?
It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It's a job. You people forget this is a job to these people. That's the difference. It's a job. Don't
And
get
that's
overly
fine.
offended by it.
No, that's fine. I just don't think he's whatever he's asking for. I don't think he should. I mean, obviously it's not my control, but I'm just saying from his performance.
But where I understand what Surf is saying,
What?
he
You
believes he
don't
can
think
get
from
those.
his
He
performance
believes he can get those
deserve a
wages
raise?
elsewhere.
And that's fine. Yeah, he can get his wages elsewhere, not here.
No, I know, but like that's where like I get what Surf is saying, which is why Enzo wants to leave.
Yeah,
'cause
and
he
I
knows
understand
those
that. Yeah, it's
wages
a
are
job. At the end
supporting
of the
fighting
day,
another
yeah,
club.
at the end of the day, it's a job, right? So I mean, yeah, if he wants to get paid more, that's fine. But if Chelsea's smart, don't pay him that much because he is not with those performances. I don't know.
No,
Nah,
he
they
shouldn't
won't.
get
Bro,
money for
what?
performances.
What
Nah.
performances? What are you
Nah,
saying?
bro.
He definitely
Nah, bro.
deserves to be top 6 players in the Chelsea dressing room in terms of earning. What are you saying?
I mean,
Like,
yeah, top
Yeah,
6.
but what
yeah,
he's
sure, but
asking
he
for
ain't-
is breaking the wage structure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Top 6.
But what do
sure,
you mean?
I
Okay,
agree
what
with
do you mean
but
breaking
not
the wage
that.
structure? Okay, who's our highest earner right now?
It will probably
I think
be
it's Rhys James.
Caicedo and Reece at around 200k a week.
So I think he deserves close to maybe 200, 210. Yeah.
No, around that, but I don't think he's asking for that. I think he's asking for
No,
more.
yeah, that's
250 or something.
As the
He's
figures
looking
come
because
out.
like Gravenberch's around 250. I think Tonali's around 250. Mateus Fernandez around 250.
Yeah, it's nowhere close to even what Caicedo and Reece have right now.
And I think like that's where the problem is. I think he's
much.
asking for a wage that is just well above what the current wage structure is on,
Bro,
and
I'm
that's
not gonna-
where there's like a break between the club and Enzo.
Look. I think he deserves to be up there. Why? I don't know how it is gonna like. Okay, don't break the wage structure. That makes sense, right? But he should kind of be like the highest paid Chelsea player right now. Why? Because of first off, he's always healthy. He's never injured. He damn near plays every game for us. He scores. I mean, regardless of what you want to say, he's a leader in the dressing room. He's the vice captain. Like, yes, he should be like either 1 or 2 up there. I mean, I don't think that's like nobody says you should pay him 300k a year, but like he should be up there. I mean, I don't think that's any.
I mean, he's asking for 250, so that's just what it is.
And 250 ain't bad either. I mean, what's 250, bro?
Nah, it's not worth
give
that.
him-
Even as much as I don't want Enzo here, if he would to match Reece or Caicedo, I'll still be kind of iffy. But I mean, fine, cool. I'll be
Reece?
cool with that.
Reece? I love Reece James. But come on, Reece.
Like if he matched those numbers, I'll be cool with that. Like,
No, but bear in mind,
whatever.
Reece
But, like,
had his contract
250,
cut
like,
down.
or more than that, no.
Yeah, no, Reece took a pay cut, by the way.
Yeah, Reece took a pay cut, bro. Because he was on Roman
Oh, yeah, that's
Abramovich
true,
wages.
too. I forgot about
Do you
that.
know what I'm
Roman
saying?
Abramovich
But bro,
contract,
this
like,
says a lot
250.
about what the owners think of Enzo Fernandez. Because if they're giving Caicedo those wages and they know how important he is to the team, Caicedo you cannot replace. That's the truth, innit? Like if you get rid of Caicedo, you can't. Who would you replace
But
him with, bro?
Caicedo is willing to extend within the structure.
Exactly.
That's the thing. Pedro extended within the structure.
I don't know, man.
Bro, trust me, Caicedo's a better investment than Enzo.
Yeah, you could say for sure.
I
Yeah,
promise
but
you, bro.
nah, he could
I promise
definitely
you.
be replaced, bro. I'm telling you.
And
Look,
again,
the way you guys rate Caicedo is not the same way I rate Caicedo. I'll just be 100%. I do not think.
I respect that, but
Yeah,
like
that's
you
fine.
got,
Yeah, that's
I think
fine.
it's vice versa for a lot of us.
But but neither do I rate like Enzo as the best midfielder in the world. I didn't say that either.
Yeah,
but I'm
yeah,
saying like the way you guys put like a crazy gap between Enzo and Caicedo, and I don't see it. Like that's all I'm saying. That's
Okay,
what
broski, quick question for
I
you, yeah?
respect your
Who do you
opinion,
rate more, Enzo or Caicedo?
Definitely Enzo.
Who do I rate more? It's it's Caicedo because wait a minute. I rate Caicedo more, but I just don't think the gap between Enzo and Caicedo is that. Look, man, bro.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point. But the thing is with Enzo, bro, I don't think anyone here can deny his qualities. The question that we're all posing is his qualities enough for us to do all what everyone wants us to do in terms of break the wage structure, fight for Enzo, who clearly doesn't want to be here anymore, and all that stuff, just to have him with us? I think that's the main question with all
how we're gonna play it too, as well. If it's not gonna complement us, that's my whole point with the Enzo. If it's not gonna complement us, I don't care where else he plays and he does brilliant. If he does brilliant somewhere else, it just so happens to work, and that's fine. That's not meaning.
But how do you know
fucked
how
up and we got rid of him? That's not.
No, and you're right,
It's
bro.
just,
You're right. You're
we
right.
don't know.
Know?
We don't know how Alonso is going to play Enzo.
No,
we don't
absolutely.
know nothing about that just yet. Regardless of how much you might speculate in your head, we just don't know.
I mean, I get that. I get that too. We don't know under Xabi, but I mean, again, with all these other managers that we had, it's just never. I don't know. It hasn't really.
Bro, the one thing we do know about how
it hasn't really worked. So just get rid, bro.
The one thing we do know, though, is how the midfield structure looks like under under Xabi Alonso. Xabi Alonso likes to play with the 2 6s, and then the other midfielders are cams, innit? That's how it works. Now, with Enzo Fernandez, bro, you've got Morgan Rogers and you've got Cole Palmer. And if we're playing a 3-back formation, you're obviously going to have Palmer in the right pocket and Rogers on the left. Do you know what I'm saying? Which means, hypothetically speaking, that Enzo Fernandez is going to be alongside Caicedo. What everyone's been saying is that Enzo Fernandez in that position is not the Enzo Fernandez that we've been seeing the last year or two. And the whole point is, if that is his position that we're going to play, because he's certainly not going to be backup, bro. He's not going to be here playing backup to Rogers and Palmer. Do you see what I'm saying? So if he's playing in a 6-6 position, I don't think he fits that system unless he's recoached and all that stuff, which could potentially happen. But we've already seen him.
The likelihood of that is not high. I'm gonna just say that right now. He's gonna get ran through. He's gonna get ran through, bro.
Yeah, he's not like he's gonna gain that speed or anything.
That man's gonna be a hologram. Trust me. And it's unfortunate because I would. Because when we signed Enzo, I really hope for the best of him, and I kind of still do. But like, it just if it doesn't work out, bro, it don't work out. That's just what it is. I can't
and when Enzo
reading some comments, people say Enzo plays deep for Argentina. No, I'm sorry, that's my fault. There's people say Enzo plays deep, but no, it doesn't. Like, no, it doesn't.
Even then, to be fair, he plays deeper for Argentina than he does for Chelsea. But at the end of the day, Argentina and Chelsea are completely different teams, bro. You've got a 3-man midfield there where. Exactly, Nathan, bro. And then the thing is that his immobilities, for me, is one of his biggest issues. Do you know what I'm saying? He's not mobile enough, like Caicedo, to cover them positions in the deep lying makeup or the 6-6 position. So for me, even if he is gonna play deeper or whatever, it works for Argentina purely because there's a 3-man midfield, whereas Chelsea, bro, this is why I rate Caicedo even more. He's always left on his own island, bro, just alone.
That's true too.
Because obviously the idea is like you account for.
But then the main question as well now, if Enzo is staying, are we still looking for another midfielder? Because I think
Santos replacement, quote unquote. Yeah,
because you've got Santos replacement, but that's it.
Because what do we have now? Caicedo, Enzo, Hendo, Lavia,
Isugo, but he's going on loan surely.
But I think Isugo, we should loan him, man.
Yeah, he needs a loan. That's the thing. We only dropped one bid for Scott though. That's the thing. The 64 mil. We've gone quiet since.
Yeah, it's because like they're asking for 90 million, and I'm sorry, I'm not gonna pay my third option 90 million at this point.
I hear that too, but like you'd still think they would send another bid if they were serious. If he's like
I think we should move to a different profile or person that's not worth 90 million for third option. If we're keeping Enzo as an example.
Well, then they'll bring up Lamine Camara. Then that's the other name that we're hearing. But 22-year-old Senegalese midfielder from Liga. I don't know.
It feel weird though. It's like we're trying to undercut Palace because they had
What?
interest in him too.
Why, why are we allergic to like 6'1", 6'2" midfielders? What the fuck
And
is
then, of
with
course, I
this?
forgot there's also a Valentin Barker problem as well.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
We are full of
I thought
short
that's what he
people.
was doing.
We
Replacing
are
That's why
Savić.
Lewis
full of
Skelly
short
links
people,
made no
man.
sense.
Like, shout out to Short Kings.
Yeah, I think that
and
was more on
but
their side. Arsenal's side. Well, his camp, I should say.
do we have a height requirement in the midfield where we can't get someone over 6 foot?
No,
I'm
not
serious.
down to
Like,
something.
shout out to Short Kings and that. Give me one. Just give me one 6'1" midfielder. I
Our
swear to
lives matter.
God. Just one, please. I beg. Just give me one,
Let him in
please.
the galley era, bro. It's mad.
Fuck. We used
No,
to
but I hear it, man, because I'm saying that's the midfield I want as well.
because in the Roman days,
Sander,
all we
but
had
I
were
need to start
giants.
watching some more Sander Berge. I
Yeah,
swear,
no,
everyone's
Sanderberg's a
talking
great
about
option. He
how
had a
they
good
want
World
him
Cup
at their
as
club.
well. Norway as well, he played well. United's linked with him. Well, they were. I don't know if they're still looking
I
at
feel
him.
like
but
United's been linked with him all summer.
They have.
Yeah.
Because of
Well,
course, that's
Fab
like
tweet
in
again. No.
What?
price range of Sanderberg is obviously not as premium as certain other players.
No longer available, as terms were made clear to his camp since May. Enzo staying, you man.
Oh, swear. So he's actually dropped a new Enzo. Chelsea consider Enzo Fernandez no longer available, chat.
Done.
At 120 million as no longer available at 120 million as term. Okay, that's a bit open-ended though.
Yeah. They could pay more. Someone could pay more.
Fuck it,
Yeah, so it's
150
like,
now,
no, the
bro.
price has gone up. Now it's 130, motherfuckers. As terms were made clear to his camp since May, effectively agreed as a release clause. Chelsea happy to keep Enzo and continue with him. Man City maintained daily active talks with Enzo camp in the last 48 hours. Up to City if they want to try again on different conditions. So it isn't over. It isn't over. It's
That's
just
what
now
I'm
we're going to
saying,
do
bro.
I mean, I
figured
figured we already knew that. That it was never the so-called deadline day today. I mean, we're pretty sure we all knew that, but I think that was just for.
we are moving bare strict with these guys. I like it. This is good.
You know what a Newcastle situation with Isak and fucking Bruno G, like, just you can't get ran over like that like Newcastle did. So I hear it. Got to lay
that
down.
was embarrassing for Newcastle. I can't lie.
Yeah, I know, right? Like the guy comes out and says, "Oh, we didn't want to sell Bruno G." Then why the fuck did you sell Bruno G for 75 mil? Then you know what I mean? Like, it's just.
Reaper, look, no one's paying money for him. Like, I get you're annoyed, but your annoyance is because no one's bought him, so you could personally be rid of Enzo. Yeah. Someone's got to pay the money. If they want to, because Michelle, they're waiting for Rodri to get sold.
That's the problem.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
But because they've taken so long with this saga, I'm ticking. You put your money down on Elliot Anderson first. Why did you do that?
Should you?
Why?
Yeah.
You should have got Enzo first.
And
Anderson might have been a bit cheaper.
So Barcelona never go back and put another bid in then?
No, you know,
they've been like offering like 50, 60 million or some week.
60 million must have
That's the thing. Like, if it was Madrid, this shit would have been done right away. It would have been over. They would have paid the money, and we would have been moving on with our lives.
No, but then again, they dropped 120 on Diamondes, who they didn't need. So even Real Madrid was moving weird. Also, 150 bid for Alvarez as well because they thought that would work.
Like Madrid got the cash this season because they don't spend.
Oh, you saying to acquire Enzo? Is what you're saying?
No.
They quickly prioritized. They didn't want Enzo Real Madrid. They realized that.
Yeah.
And same with Rodri. Like if he went to Madrid, this would have been over. And
I get that.
You know how Barca is. Barca's like, hey, we're gonna loophole our way through, and I can criticize them. We're a loophole FC as well, so they're gonna do their thing, right? So
I wish that was
money up. They haven't paid.
These guys are fucking penny pinchers. I want to drop real bread on Rodri.
Yeah, like they don't pay mad money up front since like Ousmane Dembele and Griezmann those days, right? So they don't pay mad.
Also, their financial restrictions as well that prevent them from doing so.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess
they got.
It's because they're not a one-to-one. Like whatever €1 they bring into the club, they can't spend €1 out yet. It's like more a 3-to-1 or 2-to-1. They're getting close to 1-to-1
Yeah,
once the new camp opens up, so they can spend €1 for every euro they bring in €1 out. So that obviously they can drop crazy money on players. But
That's why they have those. That's why they have those.
They haven't given a number to Anthony Gordon yet. They haven't registered him in time for La Liga, but they're giving him assurances that they'll get that sorted and all that. So
yeah, no, Nathan's right. This happens every summer with the registrations. They'll sign new players. They don't have numbers until almost the last day of deadline day, and then they'll like kick out some youth kid and then give him the number.
They've had a few players get injured and they've sold a few, so that frees up space. But yeah, it's
Max saying not information, but you could see City bidding higher than 120 million, but on better payment terms for them.
Huh.
But you know what? That still messes us up a bit, bro.
It does for our replacement.
A lot,
actually. We buy from.
No, but like that's also why the price tag is going up now.
Yeah.
Because now we're gonna have to pay more ourselves for the replacement. So with that in mind, you're fucking paying more.
But you know what? We're gonna have to overpay for a player like. As much as I rate Alex Scott, for example, I'm not trying to pay more than 70, 80 million on him. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, but like in the current market, they're overpaying, and the domino effect means we have to overpay. And Palace will also overpay for the other replacement.
Yeah,
of course.
No, Fraser, you missed the latest Fabrizio tweet, bro. No longer available at 120 million. You can try again on different conditions if you want to.
Yeah.
We'll see if Enzo plays tomorrow. I doubt he'll play tomorrow. He's only just come back to preseason.
He hasn't trained or anything, yeah.
You might see him come off the bench against Fulham, or you'll see him start against Luton. Or maybe off the bench against Luton. But I don't think you see him tomorrow at all. Maybe they just wheel him back to just like with the rest of the squad for like some lap or some shit. But
his first game back at the Bridge is gonna be a movie, bro. Honestly.
No, as if his first game back is away. That's when it's gonna be mad. Fulham away. That quiet ass crowd will find their voice when Enzo's on the pitch.
Let's be honest. If Enzo scores a goal against Arsenal, everything's forgiven. Let's be honest. As the fan base, we know. We know what's gonna happen. Yeah. The second he scores that goal and we win against Arsenal, knock on wood.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I think regardless if he scores or not, 3 games in, 4 games in, everyone's gonna.
That's the Arsenal game. The third game's the Arsenal game. That's what I'm saying.
Like, yeah, but I'm saying even if he doesn't score, bro, by the third game, like everyone's just gonna like forget it, bounce, move forward. But then. This is the thing, bro. It's just from the other side of it. That's what we've been talking about, innit? Like the whole replacement. Is he fit for the system and all that stuff, innit?
Yeah, I just don't know.
As long as he don't play like shit, he'll be forgotten about. If he scores, regardless of who it's against, if he scores, people will start chanting his name.
Yeah, and that's always been my thing too. Like I know people, a lot of these Enzo fanboys, but a lot of people always say Enzo's GA and all this kind of stuff. I can't lie. I don't know, because what did he have, like 20-something GA last season or something?
Yeah.
So, like, if he had, like, let's say 15, but was consistent throughout the whole system, or throughout the whole season, like, you know what I'm saying? I respect that, you know what I'm saying? And I'll say, yeah, keep him and stuff like that. It's just the consistency for me. Like, of course, GA is great and nice, and of course we would need that, but it's just the consistency for me is my biggest problem with that guy. And
man. He grows into the season very slowly.
Yeah, and then like it's like very I don't want to say purple patches, but it'll be like maybe 3 or 4 months he's doing pretty good, and then like the next 2-3 months is playing like garbage. Like it's just like I'm tired of that. I'd rather you just play consistent and have less GA than have more GA. And you just like I don't know. I just don't like that inconsistency with that guy.
Yeah, and he speaks to like whether the player is like naturally playing in that position because they do what comes natural to them.
Brady, we're getting an echo from your mic, bro. Sorry, bro. That just gave me PTSD. I'm sorry. I was thinking, no way. We've had such a good live. Oh, okay, good. We're safe. It's not everybody.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess we'll just see what happens during the season. So, but yeah, that's my biggest thing with him. But if he's consistent this season, then obviously he'll have my respect. But like for right now, I don't want him here. I can't lie.
Yeah, like surely someone like Shelby Alonso can obviously find a way to fit him in the team and account for his flaws. You know what I mean? Like his lack of physicality and all that. So if there's anyone who could do that, it's him.
Yeah, exactly.
If that's a back three, maybe extra defender helps cover for the lack of pace in midfield on his behalf.
Yeah.
then there you go. That's
Yeah.
how that
And I've
works.
always thought Enzo Fernandez was quality, just not here. I just rather him do it somewhere else. And if it happens he balls out somewhere else, I don't think I'll see it as a way of we fucked up. I just think other players that he's surrounded by, it just works better. And it just kind of sort of happens, I guess. So.
Like I think La Liga would be a lot better for him. Like in general, I've always
Yeah,
said
that's
that.
what I'm saying. Yeah.
But and for us as well, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I hate it when rival fans come, like rival teams, come and sign our players, or even obviously sweet when we do it. But then this era of like anyone can buy anyone is a bit jarring because the second this guy scores or plays well against us, it's deep, bro. It's deep. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. That's my thing. So.
Yeah, Alexis brings up a fair point, but I mean, Cole had his injury problems.
Alexis, you want the link? If you're about, I'll send it over the link. But why do people not call Caicedo and Palmer to the same standards? Both of them have been able to have like flat out consistent seasons.
Everybody been saying Palmer was shit, so I don't know what he's talking about.
Also, I think Caicedo's
like
had...
I don't know who was saying Palmer was consistent. He wasn't consistent, so I don't know.
Yeah, on the back of last season, everyone said Enzo had a better season than the pair of them.
Yeah, but I would say if you're talking about consistency, like I think Caicedo had a year.
Caicedo has a way more consistency than Enzo.
Well, I wouldn't say that fully, but I would say
I think it's pretty close.
Yeah, I would say I would say the consistency is close, and Caicedo's peak was higher during that consistent period.
I think Caicedo just showed a longer, consistent period.
Yeah.
Enzo's was more like up, down. Caicedo had the flat
that's what I'm saying, and that's how
Caicedo. If you're talking about the 2 years, Caicedo won
all the way to a senior and back down.
Yeah, because like if you're talking about the 2 years, Caicedo won Player of the Season, and then the first half when we were second, when Maresca before he left, we were saying best DM by Rodri.
That's what I'm saying, and the only reason why he was inconsistent in the second half is because Maresca's not here. Now it's got a fucking this LinkedIn ass nigga. So like, I can
understand with Paul. I can say that. I can understand that with Palmer, but
you can give that excuse to all the players then, couldn't you?
No, but that's what I was gonna say. A whole team has been inconsistent, so it's hard to. Do you know what I'm saying?
Can't single out one player.
Especially that season.
Yeah, and we've called up Paul.
They all gave up.
Yeah.
Back in the last season,
and we've called up Palmer enough. This is the Enzo deadline day stream. So what else are we gonna talk about? I'm sorry, like this is the man. It's not like Palmer's asterisk. Like I'm sorry. It's not Palmer's pushing with his agent to leave Chelsea. It's
I don't know
Enzo
what
doing that, right? So
I don't know what he's talking about.
What are you saying, Safa?
Do we still sign another midfielder?
Yeah.
I hope
because
so.
we want one for the Santos replacement. That's why we dropped the bid for Alex Scott.
I hope so.
We just haven't made a move recently.
Also, can we have questions on Fabregas's talent ID? I just want to say, if this man signs Liam Delap and Chalobah, I am questioning. He might be a great manager, but like Tuchel, I will not give him money in terms of talent ID. Hell no.
If the footballing karmic universe,
shout out Felix, man.
If the footballing karmic universe has to strike a balance where Enzo stays and Delap leaves it permanently,
I'm taking that. I'm taking that.
1 billion%.
Deal.
I'm telling you. I'm giving Enzo Fernandez 300k a week.
I think even Reaper, if he's still in the chat, would take that.
Man, sell both of them bitch ass niggas. I don't give a damn.
No, what? You wouldn't take that one? Enzo staying and Delap gone?
Nah, sell Enzo too. Matter of fact, I'll give you Enzo for 90. Fuck that nigga.
Sell me Neto and Delap. Oh, I know Delap and Tolson, and we're in a great place. Sell me Delap and Tolson.
I mean, now hold on. If it was Delap, Gittins, and fucking Tolson, okay, yeah, sure.
Alexis, we all agree on that, by the way. The only reason why Enzo's been spoken about for 3 months is because he's just been in the spotlight with the transfer.
Yeah, him and his rap.
He's been doing. He's
been transfer season, innit? And everyone talks about Enzo every day, even though there's no update.
Yeah, it's who else are we gonna? It's not Palmer pushing for them.
It's Chelsea's fault. Chelsea put a deadline out, not Enzo. It's Chelsea's fault.
Yeah, and it's also Enzo's fault.
And it's also Pastore's fault.
So. Yeah, Pastore keeps saying that they're exploring options and all that way
for dragging it for so long or doing what it's not. If Palmer was doing the same shit, we would be having 3-month-long streams about Palmer trying to leave.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Of course.
But it's not. Palmer's not doing that right now. He could do that in the future, but this is what this window's about. So what
And we'd
else?
be in total meltdown right now, bro. That's what it
Because
is as well.
if it's a key player like Enzo Fernandez is, and he's worth a lot of money, then we need to get this resolved, because then we can move on with our lives in terms of either he stays and we build the team that needs to be built, or we get the replacement. If Palmer leaves, we need to do the same thing then. This would be the same conversation. Who would be the Palmer replacement?
Unless something breaks, he's staying. So just get used to that he's staying. Like, for the season at least.
Yeah.
Just get over it now.
No, I can't really hear. Sometimes I can't hear if he's talking.
His volume's a bit low.
It's very low.
Yeah, I can't. I don't
you're a bit
think I
low,
can lift
Silver.
Surf. I don't think I can lift Surfer's mic volume without it muting him though. It's just a weird thing with the thing. I don't get it. But yeah, that's why I always like try and like tell everyone to stop talking whenever he's talking, because then you guys won't hear him if he's in the middle of something.
Okay. Well, but yeah, what he was saying. I mean, yeah, Palmer was shit last season, so I ain't gonna lie. Like, as much as I really like Palmer, I mean, I'll only give him this one season. After that, if he's still,
No, he has to show up this season. He has to show up this season. He has to show up this season.
Bro, I'll be real with you, and I'm gonna say
this
this
season if he's not on it.
No, bro, I'm gonna say this now, bro. What has like, and I love Palmer in it. Don't get me wrong. If this was the Palmer situation instead of Enzo, bro, I'll be crashing out. Do you know what I'm saying? But we as Chelsea fans need to understand as well. Like, apart from his first season with us, has he been that guy?
He had a good 18 months and a crap 18 months.
Nah. And I really do, and I really do enjoy Palmer, but nah.
JC, who posted that, by the way?
And he has a manager now, and he has his best friend in Rodgers. I need 20 GA in the league. I need 20 GA in the league, bare minimum.
Yeah, he got his best friend Rodgers, and
I don't care how he gets
you got Rodgers and Tosin. So ain't no.
No, but that's where Tosin goes now. That's why Tosin. There's no
Big up,
best
Daniel.
friend gimmick, bro. That's it. That's the only thing I was keeping his ass here.
Yeah, I don't care how he gets it. I don't care if it's 10 assists, 10 goals.
I'm happy StreamYard is back and I can hear you guys with no echo. That's amazing.
Trust me, bro.
The greatest news of the night. Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually
that was a
annoying.
rough month.
That's a rough time, bro.
We made it out. We made it out the hood, guys. We're back into
I
the
don't know what the. Well, actually, I'm sure it's been the same conversations here that I've been, hearing on Twitter and having on Twitter. So it's all really the same thing. You have a group that's, at least I guess now, is going to be very excited that Enzo's staying. But for me, I mean, it was clear that he wanted to just go. It wasn't a Real Madrid or anything. He just wants to go. He just wants to leave Chelsea, and I think it's because of the wages. And like, it's a mixed bag for me. I don't know, Lewis, if you remember this. Months ago, I was like, yo, I want Enzo to get the contract that he wants, even though I don't think he deserves it.
Because you want to just.
I hate the wage structure. Yeah, I hate the wage structure. I think it always leads here. Enzo was just the first domino in terms of that. And I get it, Kai, say don't re-sign under the new rules or whatever it is, but that's not going to be everybody. Right? And Enzo, to the Enzo fans, you just got to accept that. You got to accept that, he was always going to leave, because not every player is going to want to, well, my wage is going to go down 20% if I don't make Champions League, but it's going to go up 30% if I do make Champions League. They don't want that. If players in their ilk are making, 250, 300K. So they're not going to want that. And if we don't want to fix the wage structure, I'd rather fix it for players I don't really care for, so that I can keep the players I do care for and I do like. Because they're going to keep the same policy for everybody. The same policy that applies, because I see some fans will complain about Enzo getting sold to a rival and helping them win. Clear Lake is always sold to rivals. When have they not sold to rivals?
Yeah, I don't get.
So why would it be different for Enzo?
Yeah.
Right?
Daniel, I get your point, but I'm sorry, Enzo's not.
But the wage structure thing is a bit of a double-edged sword, bro. Because the problem is you can't do it for certain players. You know what I'm saying? You can't do it for certain players, and then.
No, but
did you hear CP though?
Hello.
Nah.
Yeah. Try refresh one more time, bro.
Me.
Well, yeah.
Daniel, I would get your
CP,
point.
Go back.
I would say, what if we bring in a world-class player, already world-class, not potential world-class, ready? If you get me a Holland, a Vinny, Harry, whatever, who you define as world-class, to break the word structure, 100% agree. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do it for an Enzo or even a Caicedo or even a Palmer at this point, who's at times iffy, not consistent. Give me consistency. Give me consistency. We're criticizing Palmer in the stream now. And
but it's all in one though, brother. They're not going to sign any player to break that wage
then I'm
structure.
fine with it. Then I'm fine with it. If they're not going to sign any player, I don't want us to break the wage
with
structure.
it. I'm not fine with it because it's all in one. They're not gonna. So like, what does it do for me if all my shit players are making 20K a week? It doesn't. That doesn't. As a fan, maybe for the club it's better for them, but as a fan, it does nothing for me. I'm still shit. You guys are still making whatever money you make. If you're not good, it doesn't help me. So my point is that if players are building up, I mean, he's been here for 4 years, right? And like whoever said it, Anderson. No, sorry, the chat is, Anderson is on 300K. We know Rice is on. We know all these other midfielders are on, whether they're world class or not. Anderson is not world class.
Yep.
But the going rate for midfielders or the wages for these guys are a lot higher than what we're willing to offer. I'm saying it's not just going to be Enzo. It's going to be other players. We can be okay with it now, but it's going to be soon where there's a player that we're not okay with, and it's going to happen to them.
No, I'm fine with it because they're not worth the money.
They're still not worth that amount that they're getting paid for.
That's not the point. The point is the principle of how they're moving. They're not moving on, well, we think this player is of this highest talent, so we're going to pay him 250K. They're putting everybody on the same wage structure.
I understand that.
That is not, which means it's not going to change the valuation that you're kind of expecting, which is, well, I mean, no, this player is actually super special. They should pay him this wages. They're not going to do that.
That's fine, and I'm fine with it because once again, you said the club's not going to buy world-class players, and if we're not going to do that, I don't want to play world-class wages.
But the reason they're not going to do it because of the wage structure. That's what I'm trying to get to you.
We literally criticized the Bowley first window for paying Fofana, besides the injury, as being one of the best young and upcoming center backs in the league for 200K, and he's been shit, and we can't get rid of him because he's on 200K. So if Anderson
we can't get rid of him because he's been injured for 3 years, not because he's on 200K. If he was never injured,
literally,
if never injured during that time, like you have to be honest about it.
You're not being honest about it either. No, there's been links with Marseille. Marseille can't afford his wages, and he's been healthy for a year plus.
There was one link with Marseille, and that came from he wanted to go back. He has not been fit for 3 seasons. Same thing you see with Badiashile, who's been on half his wages. Badiashile is on 100K. We've never been able to sell him because he's not been fit.
He's out on loan now. He's out on loan now, and
he's still not a sale, and he's out on loan.
But there's a buy option.
And he's been all the time as Fofana has. Like he's been here.
Someone has come in for him, got a buy option, so that if he does perform well, because if he stays healthy, they will buy him. No one's gonna do that with Fofana when he's on 200K a week.
Fofana,
I'm not gonna lie, I hear what CP is saying.
Left, right? So if you're saying it's gonna take 1 year longer to sell somebody on higher wages than another player, like the difference isn't that vast to me. If a guy's on half the wages and it takes him 4 years,
we don't know this because he's on 200K. And if Anderson flops 300, because we don't rate Anderson, we say he's not world class. So if he flops in that Man City system, especially with Pep going, no Rodri, or if Rodri says whatever, and that system looks shit and he looks shit, people will, including rival fans, will be like, he's shit. How are they going to get rid of this guy when he cost them 117 million and is on 300K a week? We can say that for
I'm sure they're not finding a Fernandez for 100 mil. They think he's shit.
We could say that about Matías Fernandez. He just was part of 2 sides that got relegated back to back. We're saying he's overhyped for the amount of money he's going to be being paid at 250K. He's still young. He could be a flop.
Hold on. My question, my thing with you is we spend the amount of money, right? That's all these other teams spend, regardless. We just don't spend the wages.
And that's good.
It's a positive.
That's exactly why. Because
I rather that way. I rather that way. I can't lie.
You're saying it's a positive because
Daniel,
to sell the guys, but it doesn't though.
But Daniel, let me ask you a question.
No, you see, it doesn't sell the guys. We do. We're the best-selling club in the league for 2 seasons in a row.
Half of those sales were Cobham sales.
No, but Daniel, for 200K a week,
this season has not been Cobham sales. This season has not. We've only sold Tyreek George and Chalaba for 20 and 17 million pounds, and £27 million. The others have been players.
Which player was signed on a high fee and low wage have we sold?
Sorry?
Who have we signed for a high wage, for a low fee? For a high fee and low wage have we been able to sell?
Okay, let me check. I don't want to. I'll give you exact things later. Like right now, I'll do it. But continue.
No, but Daniel, bro, you know what you're saying about Wesley for
Whatever that amount of players those are, I bet you it's maybe 10 times them.
A high fee with a low wage.
High fee that we signed, or we bought him for 80 million, but he was on 70K, right? And then we ended up selling him because, again, you're saying
It
it's the
doesn't happen
wages.
with that price tag.
It don't happen. The price tag is going to limit you either way. So when you say, "Oh, the wage structure is this," the price tag that we sign you for is going to limit you either way. We're not signing guys for 70K like Mudryk. I don't even. That would be a case study. Let's see how we're able to sell Mudryk. Let's see how we're able to get rid of Neto. And these are players top teams apparently still want. Or at least Neto, I
Mudryk's
guess.
still on a low wage. He's on like 100K. I'd call that like near
That's what I'm
average.
saying. These guys are not on crazy high wages, but they did cost a good amount of money. Like Gittins, right? Gittins is on low wages, but he costs a pretty penny to like bring him in, right? So we're gonna see how
I was trying to
easy
think
it is to
even
get.
50 million like higher, and I was struggling to find one that fit that.
That doesn't happen as often. The guys that we end up selling, or we bought you for 12 million, or we bought you for 20 million, and then we were able to sell you for 55 and 60, right? Those aren't high amount players anyway. I'm not even talking about those guys. I'm talking about the fact that we go out in the market. We have 3 players over 100 mil in our team, on our midfield right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's what we have. And to get rid of any of them, the club is going to want the 120 mil, like they do for Enzo.
Mm-hmm.
It's already hard enough with this Enzo saga getting rid of him based on the fee that we bought him from, not based on his wages.
No,
So
but you see that, but that's also because the market
I'm willing to. I'm saying because my whole thing is disproving the fact that it's better for us to spend 100 mil on Rodgers, right, and not pay a certain amount of wages, but I wouldn't spend that same 100 mil on Olise. Let me just say this, right, because it's not gonna happen. But spend that same 100 mil on Olise because Olise would have won 350K or 400K. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying I would spend the same amount of money on Olise and pay him that 350K.
No, that's what I know. Once again, I agreed with you on that, but we as a club are not going to do that. What I mean is, Olise wasn't okay. Olise turned into world class with with Bayern Munich, and also he didn't choose us because of wages, but also because we didn't have Champions League because we decided to turn shit. Okay, that's also the primary reason that summer that he went is that because we tapped him up the summer before. And then we got that whole Van Dijk situation where we had to wait a year because we got tapped up. So we had to wait another year. And the next summer, when we didn't have any Europe, if you're going to choose Bayern Munich or us, you're going to not choose us when we're fucking 10th and we don't have Champions League.
We can say that plainly, but we've seen players choose us especially when we're pursuing them heavily. We've seen players choose us if it went Champions League teams are after them.
I mean, Rodgers was in
Yes, but Bayern Munich is different. Bayern Munich is different.
And it was Liverpool.
It was the wages. It was the wages with Elise, no?
It was the wages.
Yeah, it was the wages.
If he matched his wages, he would have come to Chelsea because he was a Chelsea fan and he wanted to come here. Let's be honest with it. He wanted to come to
100%.
Chelsea. So he would be at Chelsea. We paid the wages we wanted to pay.
Then we could do that with Kvaratskhelia. Just because you are a Chelsea fan when you're young doesn't mean you're going to come choose us all the time.
But you're not. I'm not going to come to you if you're not going to pay me the wages that I want to get. Like Kvaratskhelia might come to Chelsea if you're paying him $250K. He's never going to come here if you're saying, well, we have a wage structure where it's 30% if you make Champions League.
I don't think you know. I'm sorry. You're not going to do that. Kvaratskhelia is not choosing us when we had Poch and there was Luis Enrique at PSG.
Well, we can make other excuses of why they're not choosing us. I'm saying the wage
excuses. They're part of the club. That's part of the same club. The manager.
That's one of the ownership. Xabi Alonso's other reasons to put it away from the wages, right? And I'm saying the wages is a massive reason because even if you have everything else,
but so is getting the manager. No, but you could say that, but so is getting the manager. We're just seeing literally having the pull of having a manager who's competent and rated as one of the top managers in the world compared to when we had Pochettino or fucking Maresca.
So you think now that they have the manager, they're going to sign players for
No, we saw
100
we just saw
with the
Palestra, who
wages.
was going to go to Inter Milan, who are the champions of Italy, and choose us because of Xavi
Who
Alonso.
is Palestra? I don't know.
Palestra.
Palestra.
No, I know who that is. What I'm saying, this isn't a world-renowned player. That's not what I.
He's rated the best defender in Serie A, and he's 21, and he's getting claimed by the champions.
He's talking about guys like the Enzos that's spending 100 mil. That's what he's talking about. Not
We're gonna spend 100 mil. We just spent 170 mil on Rodgers,
yeah.
and I'm pretty sure Rodgers is probably on 120K, something like that.
Yeah.
Right.
But Daniel, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying in terms of like obviously the money situation where we could have had players like Elise, but we didn't end up getting them because of the wages. But my question as well, bro, is like look at Arsenal, look at Kai Havertz. How much is he on? Like 350K or something like that, yeah?
275.
How much?
275.
275K, yeah.
Mhm.
If we have these kind of players and we sign them and we end up finishing 10th in the league, yeah. Why should we be paying these wages for these players?
But what am I finishing? I did my response and retort to that is this: is that I did exactly what you're saying for maybe 10 years, more than that, and I finished outside the top four twice for 20 years. Sorry, 22 years. I did this exact thing. But I did have players who cost way too much in terms of wages that I had to loan out a few times, like they're doing with Badiashile, right? Who doesn't cost much in terms of wages, but we still have to do it. We still have to send these guys on loan before we can actually sell them if they perform outstandingly. And even if they do that, do we trust this Italy team to actually buy them? I don't. But the point is that we're saying, yo, how can we do this if we finish? Why are we finishing 10th if we actually buy the right players? Why is there such a low standard? It's like we're already starting from whatever player we sign is probably going to fail. So we have to make sure that we're in the best position possible to get rid of them. I think that's the mentality that the club has, and I think a lot of the fan base has. If this guy fails, what do we do?
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, but
And,
at the same
and that's
time,
not how you run a big club. That's
Yeah,
not how
it's just
we're
a
going to win.
culture shock from what we've done before.
no, I get it, but
No,
again,
that's
bro,
what
you can
every
but
other
you
big
can
club is
argue.
doing. No other big club is moving like that. It's moving on the
But
big
bro,
club.
it works both ways.
Liverpool, literally before last window, that was their policy. They were on low wages. It was heavily incentivized. You can ask every Liverpool
And you had
fan.
Salah, Mane, all
Yeah,
these banging
them.
players.
All of them were earning
Those guys
180.
on higher base wages, though. Those guys on higher base wages.
Their base was low. No, literally, Salah's was
This was
180.
higher than ours.
No, their base was low. It was like at 180 or something, and then we'll climb up to 300 plus. if
That's,
they won
but
the league.
also, you would admit that's the reason why they failed to sign guys like Bellingham, failed to sign guys like even Akai Sado, failed to sign a lot of
I
different
wouldn't
guys.
say that. I wouldn't say that. It's
I don't know
because
about
they
Bellingham.
didn't-
You're on mad
they didn't
wages.
spend big money then. They only spent the biggest money they spent was last season. Before then, the highest transfer was like £65 million.
You're right, and they had one league title in 7 years.
Exactly, because they weren't willing to spend the transfer money, not the wage money. And we're
The
now we're talking about
wage
transfer
money also matters.
Yes, but we're talking about transfer.
You
No,
know,
no.
they weren't talking about a different club. You're talking about Liverpool, who scout amazingly. They're not buying players with the concept of, man, if I buy this guy, how would I get rid of him if he doesn't work?
But that's
Not
what we're
every
trying to
player
do.
works.
But that's
Yes,
what we're trying to
We're
do.
saying they didn't pay the wage. Look, you're saying that they couldn't get Bellingham because of the wages. We don't know that because they never matched what they would need to be paying to Dortmund. Their biggest signing before last
They're
season.
relevant to my conversation about this.
Naby Keita during Klopp's glory years was his highest signing in terms of transfer fee at 60 million. Naby Keita during the glory years was their most expensive signing before Slot got the cash money. And before then, they had zero.
Sign for
They bought
65.
no one the summer before then for Slot. No one when they won the league.
I'm not trying to model myself after Liverpool. I don't understand what the thing is. I'm not trying to model myself after Liverpool because City doesn't move like that, and they have the most league titles in this league over
No,
the last 10 years.
but City, bro. No one highlights how many flops
doing?
City have had over the years as well, bro.
That's what
Reinders,
I'm
all these
trying to tell you.
players.
Of course they're gonna have
I
flops.
think
that's
it's
what we
more
did.
over the last 2 years with City, though.
But that's what we did in the Abramovich days. Look at Lukaku, bro. Man said we spent 90 million. How much was his wages as well? And in his first
How
season,
many
we
years
wanted
did it
him
take
out.
for us to get rid of him?
Pardon?
It took us like two years to get rid of him.
And a loss. It works both ways. I get exactly what you're saying, Daniel. But then at the end of the day, it works both ways. And for me, it's
It
hard.
does, but in the other way, I've known that I can win league titles, I can win Champions Leagues. I've not seen any of that in this way. Do you see why I'm more inclined to go with the other way? And even with
Under
Liverpool's way,
Abramovich,
they have even with Liverpool's way, you can use Liverpool's model and you can go versus Manchester City's model, right? Because Man City did exactly that. They would always sign a guy for 100 mil here and there. Marmoush has been there for 70 mil. He's been dog shit. Rangers is shit. The other center mid that they fucking signed is shit as well. That now Enzo's coming in to replace him probably.
But you're proving my point because after the big dogs have left now in terms of KDB, Stones, and everyone, they haven't won leagues. And now
The problem is they're bad. They're bad at scoring. But they still wanted like Rice, no? Did they not try to sign Rice?
Yeah, they tried to sign Rice. Agreed. But you're giving me one. I can give you. We just named you multiple players now who they've overpaid for, who are now flops in the past.
But the problem is not that paying the prices.
You bring up Rice. You bring up Rice during their 4P time when they still had KDB. I said when KDB has left, when everyone is leaving, these past 2 seasons they haven't won the league they've just won a Carabao Cup. They haven't won the FA or an FA Cup. They haven't won.
So what would you say your point is with that? Is are you saying they haven't won the Carabao Cup, FA Cup because they're spending 100 million on players, or
on mid players? On mid players. Now.
But that's my. I'm not saying spend. We're not disagreeing there. I'm not saying spend 100 million on mid players. I'm saying the problem is that we're letting these guys get away with bullshit because their scouting is so bad. Get better at your fucking scouting. That's why City has been worse, obviously. And they're trying to fix that. That's why they're aggressively going over Buwadi, and they got this Anderson guy and they want Enzo, right? Because they have fucked up over the years.
And we don't rate Anderson, so they're doing the same mistake.
I don't rate Anderson, but I'm not. There's not every player that I don't rate that's going to be good or not good. I don't know what he's going to be there.
Yeah,
but my point is, I'll always be against the wage structure because I just go with what works. Okay, and the biggest
just final points because the chat wants us to move. I gotta go through some of the supers as well.
Go ahead. I think it was all done.
If you guys are all done already, that's cool. I'll go through the supers. Big up, guys. Blessed for it. Bless up to super chats as well. Sorry I left it for like over an hour. It's just we end up getting into a lot of different monologues, and you know the stream goes like that. So I appreciate you guys' patience. But big up to Rigo Park saying Anderson on 300k, a 130ish transfer fee. Done fuck all. Fofana on higher wages than Enzo. Enzo's demands are fair and valuation correct. World Cup winner, love him or hate him, it's the market. I can hear that as well. The same way that we're saying that this is the market in terms of transfers, I can hear that this is the market in terms of wages as well. I'm not saying Enzo's wrong for asking for the wages that he wants, but there's an impasse. Chelsea aren't going to give you those wages. Something's got to give. And yeah, no one's just come in for you yet. No one's made an official bid. But I'm not saying Enzo's wrong for wanting that money. I understand it. In the current market of what midfielders are getting, you're valid. Same way Chelsea's valid to demand what they're valid. And they're not even arguing about that point. But yeah, big up Rigo Park, bro. Big up Ryan Marshall saying Enzo complaining about 180k a week. I wish. I get that. As us, like normal people who don't earn near that sort of money, we get looking at that and thinking, shut the fuck up. But from a football-based perspective, you gotta like think stupid for a point and think, yeah, 180k isn't great for him. He should be on like 200 something. Then you're sitting there thinking, I fucking wish I was on that, innit? But whatever. Big up Ryan. Big up Brendan as well, saying Madrid would drop bread for Caicedo before Enzo. I actually agree with that too.
Yeah, they would.
Big up C. Doyle saying, I need one season from Enzo under Alonso just for footballing reasons. He can go after. I think he'd do very well as well. That's why I'm not trying to push him out. You can leave. You don't want to be here, you can leave. I would rather that too, so I can have someone that would be here and would still do well under Alonso. But I think you would do well under Alonso too. I think under Alonso's structure, he'd be a lot more protected, especially if we have the three at the back. And yeah, he could just maybe focus on dropping a bit deeper because now we got 2 10s. We don't really need him like bombing up top like what we were doing under Maresca. But big up C. Doyle. Big up to Sean Newland saying, ole, ole, Sander Burge. That's an old Palmer chant. Big up, man. Big up Sean Newland's my G. Big up Like of the Leaf saying Caicedo is not Kante, he's Fernandinho. I wouldn't necessarily say he's only a Kante either. It's like they're both ball-winning 8s, to be honest. But I think
I don't know,
Caicedo's
man.
got a bit of a better pass in the final third.
Don's video just went viral. I don't even know where this narrative is coming from. Nobody even
No,
says
like
that.
Don said he's straight better than Kante.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Don's video has been going viral apparently because nobody else is saying that but him. I don't know where that's coming from.
Like the passing argument, I could hear because Caicedo was such an underrated passer, phenomenal at that. But everything else, sorry, we're not debating this. We're not debating this right now. Mr. J Show, big up, man. He said a dozen of those Caicedo yellows were clean tackles, especially in 24-25. That's why that argument, shout out Babalo. But the argument about Caicedo like not being great in the tackle, I feel like is only an argument for this season. And we all also knew Club World Cup fatigue was going to be a big factor in how players' performances dropped in the season, let alone having Liam Rosinha and that horrific structure on top. And all the extra running on top. So for his drop-off last season, I'll let it off. You know, I'm not going to think of that as the Caicedo of now, especially when you went into the World Cup and until you were eliminated, you were one of the best midfielders in the whole tournament. So, no.
What are we doing?
Come on, man. And the only reason why he didn't even look better because of Uncle Enna Valencia up top. Big up JC saying Mourinho had 2 here we goes to Chelsea and Enzo as the first player. Oh, I get what you mean. What, you're saying he's going to come back next year? Maybe, because I don't know. We don't know if City's coming back, innit? JC, big up, bro. He said, wait, Drogba also had 2 here we goes. I'm so confused.
I think he means Drogba left and came back. Mourinho left and came back. I don't know the end.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, I understand. Yeah, bless for that, bro. Big up Mr. Andy saying Hazard wanted to leave to play under Zidane. No one said anything about that. And like Hazard also was willing to wait for Hazard was also willing to wait for another year. So, because remember, he was meant to leave with Courtois in 17-18, but we asked him to stay for another year, and he was like, okay, cool. Didn't make a big deal about anything. Big up Shake saying, why is YouTube refusing a higher super chat? What the fuck? Yeah, what the fuck? Alright, bless for even considering that. Like, I'm grateful that you'd even like think of that anyway. The 249 is just fine, bro. But thank you. Thank you for that anyway. And yeah, YouTube, pattern up. The fuck? Come on, man. Big up Rambo saying, all of a sudden we don't have to buy another centre mid. I'm guessing the Alex Scott deal is off. Should invest in a goalkeeper, Diogo Costa, perhaps. I don't really want Diogo Costa, and I'm also just sick of being linked to him every year. I don't think Alex Scott is off, but I don't think it will happen. Unless, like, Alex Scott goes rogue and starts skipping training and shit. Because Bournemouth don't look like they want to sell. This is their first time in Europe. They're not trying to do anything. They're not trying to lose any of their key players. And, yeah, I don't see them getting rid of Alex Scott. But I do think we'll go in for another centre mid anyway, though. But big up, Rambo, bro. Appreciate you as well. Big up, Blank. Says, no one buying him for 130 mil. Well, we'll keep him then. Fine by me. Enzo's going to put on the blue shirt and work hard just like everybody else. That ain't going to be a problem for me. And if you do well, maybe you'll get your dream move and we'll get our money and everyone will be fine. Jake, don't worry about it. If YouTube want to be a dickhead, then that's on them. That's on them. But you're good, bro. I appreciate you for even thinking about that, bro. Bless up. Rambo says 6-year contract, pay up or let that boy rot. Now, I wouldn't throw him out of the squad. He's come back to training. He hasn't tried to force his way out or nothing. Like, just start playing football. That's all. Just play well just like everybody else. And he wants that as well. He'll play with his heart on his sleeve. He'll, like, I don't think it'll be a problem in the dressing room. Like, no one's come in for him or dropped a bid. No one's even attempted to buy him. He cannot be mad at Chelsea. There's nothing to be annoyed at us for. It's a fair fee. It's just, no one came in for you. That's it. Big up Jiggy saying, unrelated, but have we had any front of shirt sponsor update? Nope.
No. If Arsenal buy Pedro Neto, it'll be Arsenal.
Yeah, probably. We might as well just have Brighton as the front of shirt sponsor at this point. Might as well nick theirs. Big up to Blank saying, oh yeah, thanks for Santos. Cheers. Yeah, bless, man. You want to give us the 15 million we should have taken from you first time? Big up JC saying, Lewis, question, what will be a fair value for Enzo in current market? Not less than Barcola, 140 to 170 million. So you don't think it should be less than Barcola around that level? Fuck. No, I don't know. I don't agree.
I don't know about that.
I don't agree. Like, I get it. Barcola's overpriced too. Don't get it twisted. He shouldn't be that price either, but the market. And to be honest, it's not even really the market. I think PSG are just taking the piss, or that's in euros. And that'll be what like raises a bit more from how I'm viewing it in pounds. But fair value for Enzo, 120 million. Like Elliot Anderson went for like 117. You could even push that by a couple more million if you want. 120 to 130. Fine. Chelsea are well within their rights to demand what they're demanding. And I think that is fair value. Big up to Hangry as well, bro. Appreciate you. He says, hope you're good, Lewis. Enzo is still one of our best players. One more season that we see what comes up. Alonso needs some consistency. I agree with that as well. Like, Alonso likes him. Alonso wants to keep him. I don't think he leaves. I think for that valuation, like, maybe City come back around. I can't guarantee, but maybe. But it seems like we've like informally said, like, no, you're fucked unless it's 130 now. And if 120 was difficult for them, what are they going to say to 130? So I don't think it happens, man.
Depending on the terms that are agreed up front as well, plus any bonuses and all that.
Nah, I think then if they come back with 120, bro, don't just hang up the phone because you had your deadline. It was communicated. So the next move you make, you're talking 130 and upwards. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but as long as you get your money in the end, they not gonna accuse them of backing down and being pussies about it. But
nah, bro, in business, bro, like you already set the standard. Now you might make other people feel like, you know what they say is not really what they mean. Like, okay, yeah, they said by Friday, but I can hit them up like 3 weeks later, and still try to, make something happen. Nah, you got to double down on that, bro.
At this point, just keep him because I thought the deadline was so we can make our moves and get who we need to, not more so about the money.
Once at least know what he's working with.
150 mil now, we should be like, yo, if you say you're gonna keep him, then keep him. Let him be your center mid for this season. Let's see how it goes.
And they already took
what I think it's looking like is deadline at 120 million. Then the deadline's going up because like the replacement price will probably be going up as well. And then if it goes any further, then I think Wednesday or something, they'll fully just cut it off because they want the settled squad by Fulham.
Of course.
That's what I'd assume it is. It's an assumption.
I think Stem Ramen, I don't think we get Wharton now. We got Enzo. We don't really need to.
Yep.
This is how it is.
Yep, no Wharton. No Wharton unless Enzo goes. It was meant to be Wharton or Bruno G if Enzo left.
If Rodri leaves City as well, I'm telling you, bro, they might even come in for 130, 140. They're going to be desperate for a midfielder.
No, they need to start giving Barca some deadlines. They need to follow the fucking big brothers.
That's the thing. Because they're in a similar situation as well. They'd rather just keep Rodri and not lose him so Barca can't pay. They keep Rodri, and then that's the whole Enzo thing dead.
But they can't keep Rodri in it because it's the last year of his contracts. They're in a shit situation themselves.
Yeah, I mean, the trophies they won, though, I know it's not ideal. I mean, even PSG let Mbappe run down his contract and then lost him on a free. So I think Real Madrid, Man City could probably pattern losing Rodri on a free. It's not ideal, but they'd rather just get that 70 mil now or keep him for the year and then maybe offer him a new contract.
And it won't be nowhere near as bad as PSG losing Mbappe on a free as well.
Yeah, no one's beaten that. That was the worst deal in football. But yeah, it's just like a case of, they'd rather keep Rodri because they know what he's capable of. Obviously, they lose him, then they need a replacement, which they've identified as Enzo Fernandez. But yeah, they need Barca to buy Rodri first.
But someone made that business point as well, bro. From a footballing perspective, City have already taken us for little bros with Enzo Maresca, bro. They can't be doing it with this Enzo. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like if we sit here and now we've said this thing, we've given them a deadline, this and that and the other, and then tomorrow, here's 120 million. It's like I can't. Sorry, bro, I don't know your name in it, but you said it perfectly as well. From a business point of view, people know we chat shit, and then our word doesn't stand for anything. Do you know what I mean?
It's the biggest problem. You don't want to end up like Newcastle.
I was going to say, you remember when we tried to sign Caicedo and Brighton gave us that deadline? We had to overpay now to get Caicedo from Liverpool.
Exactly.
So 120 is set. They gave you the deadline. You want to come back another time. Now the price is 130. He's still got 6
Spot
years,
on.
bro. You have no leverage in this situation. Matter of fact, give him another extra 2 years. Give him maybe an extra 100K. You know, from 180 to like 190, 200. Double down even more, because it's just you can't take it for mugs. I'm sorry. Like
No, that's
it's
the
been
main
well
thing.
communicated. You don't want to come in. It is what it is. We did our part. We gave you the price. It's not like we were iffy about it. And okay, give us this much, and then we moved the goalpost. It was clearly communicated. 120 and it's
That's
yours.
it.
We're not even going to argue with you. Just put the money on the table. You didn't. Now he stays. That simple.
100%, man.
Yeah, I kind of hear it, Dan. I mean, obviously they were quick to get rid of Reinders. It kind of seemed like they was trying to get the money like quick, quick time get sell Reinders, sell hopefully in their mind sell Rodri first, and then use both the sell money of those two players to get Enzo. But it just didn't work out that way. They sold Reinders, but they still haven't sold Rodri. But they're apparently selling Savić as well, so that's also a bit more money for them. But yeah, it's all just domino effect. It's all how these sort of transfers work.
Rangers should be done with no installments as well, so that should like easily help them have more money.
Most likely up front, yeah. Because even Boadi deal hasn't really gone anywhere yet. Like they haven't got that deal done at all, and that kind of has people raising questions. How hard is it to get that 85 mil deal done? Like there must be a reason why, and I'm willing to bet it's probably because of Rodri, but.
I think it's both. I think with City, they're obviously looking at Enzo and Boadi as the Rodri Reinders replacement, innit? Like, obviously, I know they're not the same profiles, but in terms of adding to their midfield, and that's their main thing. But Nathan, you said about the domino effect, bro. This is the problem. We can't be the end of the domino effect. At some point, we need to. You know what I'm trying to say? We're just gonna keep having to catch up. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because that's the biggest fear. We just want him to know his squad before by Fulham, because obviously players need to obviously 100%. Have their training sessions, get used to the team, the system, all that stuff. If you're bringing in a player like after we've already had our first game and all that, sure, like it's not the end of the world. At least you get the player at the end of the day, but still, like it's not ideal. You need them players to bed in like quick time, so that's why you just can't afford to fuck around. Because of course, in Crystal Palace, if we using Wharton as the example, we go and buy Wharton off them. They need a replacement. The club they buy from knows they got all this money, fucks them around, and yeah, it just obviously we're not going to necessarily care about that. We're obviously doing our own thing, but that's just how it works. So you obviously got to be respectful in that manner. Just put the money up front. If you really want the player, just put the money down and just.
They don't really want the player. I think it's either him or Boadi, because if they sign both of them for over 100 mil, where are they going to play? Like they already have Anderson. He was bought for the record price, so he's going to start. So Boadi's going to start too, and Enzo's going to start. Then where does Turkey play?
I mean, they're not wrong, but like you see clubs do that. They even PSG taking the piss with the whole fucking Mika Götze. And
one or the other.
They've got like 75 wingers there, man.
They still got Barcola. Yeah, they got about 8 wingers now for like 3 positions. So everyone wants to stop Park because of injuries, whatnot.
No, stop Park makes sense. You can, but would you have a 100 mil player on the bench as a?
Oh no! I don't want that to be normalized to have like 100 mil be the baseline for a bench player. Like the fuck are we doing? Like,
but Boadi is also one for the future as well, isn't it? So they're probably paying up for him now to integrate into the squad. And then to go back to what you're saying, they probably have, and I know it doesn't sound great, but Elliot Anderson, Enzo in midfield, and then what's his name, Shirky in the 10. But I get your point though. It's still a lot of money.
It's still like Jack Grealish as well.
Oh yeah.
I don't even know if that would make sense, but yeah.
Pardon, bro?
Yeah, just however old he is, 100 mil player on the bench is crazy.
That's mental. Even 80 mil is a mental price for a bench player. That's what we have to
deal with now. With players off the bench aren't going to cost that much. We're never going to win another title. It's just going to be too difficult. That's a market nobody can really operate in. So
it's not sustainable.
I don't know. That's why the whole Scott thing, like if Scott was still going to come with Enzo staying, that wouldn't even make sense because are we going to pay 90 mil for him to be on the bench?
To be on the bench, yeah, and he needs to play regularly to develop.
And then we're creating.
We have 1 game a week.
For that, if we buy a player for 90 mil and keep him on the bench and say, oh, no, he's a bench player.
That's what we were saying about Enzo Fernandez earlier, though, isn't it? In terms of, like, if he's not going to be playing in the 6, then where does he play? Because you've already got the 2 cams in the pockets, Rodgers and Palmer. So that's what we were saying earlier. You can't have...
he has to. I mean, if you keep him, he has to play.
Yeah, 100%,
Without a
100%.
doubt.
So, I mean, and he has to play in the 6, right? So you can't. I don't. In what world do you have? And you're not even saying, "Oh no, he's shit," and that's why he's on the bench, so I can sell him. He's just like, no, he's really good. He's just a rotational piece, huh? 100 million.
Yeah. That was the main thing we were saying earlier, innit? Like, you can't have Enzo Fernandez stay and be benched. So for everyone, we all agreed he's going to be in the 6. But the main question is that his best position? Do you know what I'm saying? Or is that going to help the team moving forward?
But that's the thing, because we're thinking from in terms of how he was in the 6 in the other managers' like systems that really didn't work and exposed his frailties. But under Shelby's system, though, whether it's a back 3 behind him, they have an extra centre back and a lot more pace as well. That would work. Or the other fullbacks, we now have Pep Chavaria now on the left hand side. Palestra can play on the left as well. You got fullbacks who got pace and stamina as well. Could also pick up the slack. So it's a case of, for me, like, if he's staying as things stand right now, it could work. It just obviously Shelby's just got to account for his lack of pace in midfield, which again, it's not like Alonso's going. It's not like he's going to develop pace. Like you just can't. You're that player. You know what I mean? That's the type of player Fernandez is. He's just not going to get quicker. So it's just account for that. Have the right kind of defenders behind him, and then surely it's not as much of a big deal as it was under Potter, under previous managers, where it just clearly he was the weak link in midfield. But if it's a midfield 3, then that also solves that problem. If you got like him, Caicedo, and Lavia, there you go, problem solved. But does he go with the midfield 3? Possibly. It's an option, but
midfield 3, back 3, we'll figure it out. But if he's staying, just say he's staying. Don't go back on your word now and still take
100.
Yeah, like just be telling.
Money will change a lot of things, man.
So then, why even present that to the world, and now you just look like a clown? Like, there's no need to even.
No, because if Chelsea end up leaving with the money that they asked for, they're not going to look like clowns. That's the thing.
No, but now it can't be 120 million. That's the main thing, though. We all look like
no,
clowns.
But they've actively said that.
Yeah, but I agree. That's what I'm saying.
You need to offer more.
It has to be more, bro, because these men already took the piss. We're not Bournemouth, with all due respect to Bournemouth fans and Bournemouth as a club, bro. You lot are taking the piss. Like, you went and taken our manager halfway through the season. Cool. Now you're coming for one of our star players. You didn't meet the deadline. So at this point, pay up or piss off, bro. Simple as that.
Yeah.
And I think the same stance you're giving is the same one Chelsea's doing.
They have to. There's no other choice.
If they get, if they'll only sell if they get that money, and that will just, they're fine.
Go into someone else, yeah.
In the optics, they've said, look, we've had a hard bargain and we've got what we asked for.
I never believed their deadline, but we'll see, man. We'll see if they actually stuck to it and they keep the player, or they end up selling him for 125, right? Something stupid like that. End up selling for 125 in 6 days. And, it's going to give us about 3 days to sign a new player. But listen, man, it's their fault if they wanted to give this deadline or have this harsh stance, they should have been doing it while he was, at the World Cup. We know he wanted to leave for a long time now, since January, right? So, their planning needs to be, if these guys are your guy, go out there and start negotiating for those deals now.
Yeah, I agree. Well, I think they're already in the case of that, because from what Simon Phillips said, there's already been talks planned for today or tomorrow with Steve Parish. So I'd assume that would involve Adam Wharton getting involved with that as well. So,
of course.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. But for now, my food's about to jump out, so I'll go wrap this stream. Big up every single one of you that's locked in, though. You already know what it is. We'll be back tomorrow for the watch along. Like, subscribe, all of that crap. And we'll see you lot very soon. Spam World Champions raid in Sad's chat, by the way. Spam World Champions. We'll see you lot soon. See you tomorrow.